like a little different, huh? So I just wanted to jump on here and just tell everybody thank you so much. And I wanted y'all to be able to kind of, I don't know, it's just different whenever you can see your reader and you can kind of envision them a little bit different. So if y'all were just wondering, here I am. But I wanted to tell you thanks so much for subscribing and for liking and commenting. And I think I have some of the best followers as far as, you know, you guys are awesome. All the comments that you leave me and the long comments. And I don't mind them at all. I love y'all here. My messages are super long, so I don't mind reading the long comments. So I appreciate you guys. I also wanted to give a thanks to Joy over at A Journey in Light. She's helped me a lot in my process of everything, and I appreciate her so much. She's such just an awesome light in my life. And so if you are coming from her channel, then thanks to Joy for that. And yeah, and also Anastasia, I'm going to give her a shout out as well over at Confessions of an Angel Tarot. She's also someone that's been kind of a lot in my life as well, and so also appreciate her too. And yeah, just wanted to get on here and say hi and say thanks, and here I am, and I'm about to do a reading, so yeah, that's it. So thanks guys for being here, and I appreciate everybody's love and support and kindness. And I'll see y'all soon. Bye. Hey guys. Okay, so let's do this, guys. This is gonna be this is kind of like having a conversation, okay, with your person. Now, my whole purpose of this reading is so that you can kind of see or understand maybe something about this person that you're kind of unsure of. You know, sometimes we don't necessarily always understand one another. And I think that if we could kind of bridge that gap of that understanding, that we could be able to push forward with love and compassion and kind of get rid of the, you know, all the other kind of feelings that aren't so great. So that's my whole purpose here. So how I do this is I have a whole giant stack full of message cards, and first I use tarot, first I use oracles, and then we'll do message cards on you and your person's side, thoughts, feelings, actions. We'll get connecting energies, and then I'll pull some tarot here and there as well. And then I'll get advice, of course. So instead of using, I want to use the same tarot decks for every pile. So instead of using actual tarot to pick a pile, we're going to pick a sticker from the box. And if y'all know me, if you've been with me very long, you know that there is no telling what we're going to pull out of this box. It could have anything in it. So I have not seen all these stickers, so you and me are looking at these for the first time together. So pile 1. What's pile 1 sticker here for them and their person in spirit? Okay. So y'all have a pink hat. So that's pile 1. Pile 2. What's pile 2 sticker? This comes out a lot, actually. So this is the bicycle that has the bouquet of flowers on the top and the basket in the front. So pile 3. What about pile 3? Well, 2 wanted to come out. They're stuck together. One of them is 2 wolves, and they're laughing. And the flip side of that, is mountains. 3 mountains, like a landscape in the background. I already have serious intuitive messages coming from that pile. So okay, pile 3, you get 2 stickers. So pile 1, you have the pink hat. Pile 2 is the bicycle, and then pile 3 is the mountains and the wolves. Okay, so pile 1, 2, and 3. Timestamps will be down below, and I'll see you at your pile. Hey, pile 1. So if you chose the pink hat, then this is going to be a reading. So there's something to do with this pink color being the color of this hat. With nurturement, with nurturing, and it being a hat, I can't help but say that phrase, you know, what's under the hat. So with you and this person, you may have a hard time seeing past one another's insecurities. So you may be kind of playing that out on each other, or there could be a tendency to kind of wonder about the other person's, if they are authentic or true to their loving nature in some kind of way, whether that's your person feeling that way or you feeling that way. You can mirror that even. There's something kind of, I'm also hearing that there may be some surprises that you kind of see about this person. Things that surprise you that you have to kind of like take a step back. It's like every time you think that you may have this person kind of figured out in a way, something takes place and it kind of surprises you a little bit. And so part of that's kind of you getting in your head, and the other part of it is that's just part of who they are that you're just discovering. Okay, so let's get some oracles to start. We're going to use the light and, or the, what are they? The shadow and light oracles. We're going to use these to kind of take an overall look at you and your person, plus a connecting energy. And then we'll get the message cards. Okay, so pile 1, Spirit. What's pile 1's energy towards their person? What's pile 1's energy? Oh, here. These are so sticky. Candy cane angel. It's time for a treat. Number 37. So that's 10. So there's a completion kind of here. 7's that reflection that we talked about. Things coming into an alignment. There's growth that's taking place here with you that you're kind of recognizing. See how sad she looks, but yet it's saying it's time for a treat. It's kind of like puppy dog's eyes in a way, right? So this candy cane, I don't know why I get this vision in my head of like a cartoon character that's got the cane and it's kind of grabbing the other person around the neck and kind of moving them towards them slowly, you know, that kind of thing. There's almost like olive branch or trying to get someone to come back in, you know, with those puppy dog eyes. My kids give me eyes like this all the time. So I know what those look like for sure. So it's time for a treat. And there's an exclamation point here. So I think that there's something about how you feel like it's time for this person to kind of offer you something in some kind of way. Now, I don't mean that this person is going to needs to offer you something. It's an extension of something else, and I don't have a clue what I mean by that. You know, we talked about your hat there, and the candy cane has red and white stripes. It's almost like the light and then the red flags, right? So it's like that's kind of something that's transpiring here. So I don't know if maybe there's like remorsefulness that's here as well on your part. Maybe things that you've been kind of reflecting on, with that being the number 7, and things kind of coming into alignment and an understanding. So that 10 would be that renewal that takes place where you're ending something and kind of renewing it in a different way, or starting a new cycle in some kind of way. It's almost like you may feel kind of this warm energy around you that makes you feel comforted, and you don't really know how to explain it. You just feel like there's kind of something good in a way coming your way. Okay. I feel like I was all over the place with that one, guys. But let's get your person here. What about their person, Spirit? Just pile 1's person. Oh, well, that came right out. Oh, interesting. So this is the number 4. The signs are with you, snow angels. So there's someone here that is, I mean, I would say that they feel left out in the cold. They could feel in a way kind of left out in the cold, but they also kind of, they're in like a 5 of Pentacles kind of energy. They're in a state of kind of lacking, or feeling a loss or a lack. But there's attitude here with that, you know. I can't get over like all the red that's here as well. So that red color is significant. And red really brings on that more fiery kind of energy. So, so there could be, with the snow and the way this attitude kind of looks, there could be some kind of, hold on a second. Okay. 2 messages trying to come in at one time. You ever try to get 2 cats through one door? Doesn't work. Okay, the reason that came to mind, I was thinking so whenever I'm doing a reading, and I'm pause for a second, whenever I'm doing a reading, sometimes I'll experience something in my life that will be kind of in touch with something that comes through in the reading. That's a way for my guides to kind of express to me a certain understanding about what the feeling I'm feeling. So this morning, I have kittens, right? And they sleep in the garage, and that's where their kind of setup is, I guess you could say. So when I open the door in the morning, it's when I feed them. And this morning in particular, they must have been just extra hungry or something, because when I went to open the door, they all just kind of came just running in at one time. And it's hard to catch a bunch of cats like that, right? There's 5 of them. And it's kind of like, when you get upset about something or you get frustrated and you're trying to remain like stable or secure, and there's a dam that breaks at some point, and when that dam breaks, it kind of bursts through there, and it's kind of hard to kind of catch all the stuff that's kind of transpired. So let me put this more grounded thing. So whenever you're in a conversation with someone and the dam breaks in that conversation, you try to remain like stable in some kind of way, and then that dam kind of bursts. It comes out in a way where there's a bunch of like cats, different kinds of feelings, emotions, all this stuff that thoughts, all these kind of things just kind of come bursting through. There's no filter or gap to be able to structure those things. So this could come in the way of quick communication or hurtful words, when you're in a conversation like that and that kind of takes place. And there's attitude behind this. In the energy that you're in versus the energy that this person's in, I want to say that this person may still feel a little bit hurt or a little bit upset about some possible conflict or words that were spoken in some sort of way, or even if it's not, you're not in communication with this person and it's things that you haven't really come out and said or said face to face. These are things that they've read into, either about your past together, and it could be the same if you are in contact with this person, but there's things that they're reanalyzing in such a way, right? So if you aren't in contact with this person, then this is something that this person has been kind of just in this period, in this moment, kind of reminiscing or thinking about how they think about that. So it could be things that you have said that they're going back internally and analyzing those things in a different kind of way, which I think is important, and which wants me to say, conflict is important in a relationship. I know that sounds kind of crazy. That's the way we grow in a relationship, and it's important. It's important to understand how to mend relationships, because that's what builds that bond up, right? Imagine a tower, okay? So let's just hear me out. So imagine that tower, right? And the tower, you build it like this, slowly but surely understanding and kind of figuring out how it goes together. If there's a crack in the foundation of the tower, you have to build it and work on it and fix it. If you don't, and you continue to build that tower up, chances are it's not going to last as long. It's not going to be as unbreakable as it would be if you were to go and kind of fix everything as you kind of go along. There's a different kind of building or strength that comes along with that mending of a relationship. That's the important part. And some of us have our limits. We have our limits on what it is that we can mend and what we can't, what we can forgive and what we can't, we know. That's the whole point in knowing yourself. You should know if there's things that you can let go of or heal or mend, and if you know for a fact that you know yourself and those are things that you cannot see past, or at least not at this time. It's about understanding yourself, and I think that that's this whole thing here that I'm seeing for you guys. And there's a sense of attitude that goes into this. I don't think that this is something that can't kind of go back together. I don't think that your person's going to be in this kind of energy forever, but this is definitely a sense of attitude that comes in here with this. The signs are with you already. It's almost like the understanding that this person needs about you are things that are already with them. There's just, they didn't look at it in a different kind of way. It's like that hangman energy where they're going back, and now because of this conflict that has kind of came up, or this that they have mentally, you even, or the loss or anything, they're, even if this is someone you haven't been in contact with for a while, and then here in retrograde, you know, we have people come back in our lives that we haven't seen in a while, and or it's just even a see them somewhere or something like that, or that you hear their name or whatever, but it makes you start to kind of put your mindset back into that place when you were with them. So all that kind of stuff is stuff that this person is kind of going back and looking at, and they're having to look at it in a different way because of the conflict that came up. So these are things that you may have not say in every day because your filter is there. And I feel like for you in particularly, because you have this hat, and we talked about how you have things under your hat, like a different kind of way of seeing you is what this person's experiencing. Plus that, and this being the number 4. So they're trying to kind of stabilize that or understand that securely enough to where they feel stable themselves in the connection, where they can cope with it and understand it and it makes sense to them in this connection. Okay, let's get a connecting energy. It's like somebody going this far into the cold and then realizing that they weren't really fully prepared for that. I mean, she's not prepared to be out in the cold. Look at what she's wearing. There's a piece of this where this person may have revealed or unmasked some things about themselves or of themselves or their true self. You might have been able to kind of see that more than maybe what you have before in this connection. And this person's kind of analyzing that about themselves, which I think is important. So something about their shadow has come out. This person could be kind of experiencing or going through some sort of dark night of the soul kind of energy, a shadow side that has kind of been released here with these black wings that she has on. And I don't think that they're fully prepared for this, to be in this space. They feel kind of shook up, you know, they feel lost in a way. There's a slower moving energy I'm feeling over there for your person. Angel of time working too hard, number 40. Your person could be putting a lot of their thought into work to try to kind of redirect their mind or try to not think about things as well. Trying to, we have that 4 again, so this person's trying to remain stable. You also have 444 here with this being 37, so that's about, you know, really paying attention to your thoughts, and that, you know, the universe is trying to protect you. So with these, the signs are with you already. This person could be getting a lot of kind of signs from, you know, from spirit that they may not be recognizing, that are trying to help stabilize them or get them to see or kind of understand something. When spirit's wanting to communicate with us, they put things in front of us. So if they're seeing kind of repetitive things that are coming out in front of them in some kind of way, they're trying to kind of distract their focus off of that. Spirit's going to continue to kind of throw that stuff in front of you, depending on how important it is that you understand something. And so that might be why this is taking a little bit of time, because your person's not wanting to think about or focus on this. Connecting energies for the connection. Strangely lonely, holding on way too tight, number 17. 17 is a star in tarot. So there's a wish or a dream or something that's here. hope that's here for sure. So strangely lonely, holding on way too tight. There's a certain kind of amount of hope that the two of you are still, look, dress of alchemy, release your power, number 33, and I just saw that on the timer. Release your power. The two of you are kind of in a place to where you're trying to get past some obstacles, mental obstacles, and possibly physical understanding about future energies here with the star. Star's about what you wish for and what you can actually create, you know, the way that I'm seeing this. There's a loneliness that I think that the two of you kind of feel that's kind of a weird feeling, or a different kind of feeling of loneliness. It's kind of a harder feeling to explain. I think that you are in an energy of where you feel like maybe you're trying to hold on too tightly to this person. And I feel like this person's still in a place to where they're holding on too tightly to an idea or a thought about something within themselves. Either way, it's bringing up this loneliness. So you're holding on too tightly is bringing up loneliness for you, and this person holding on too tightly of probably self-limiting beliefs, with the stability and the number 4 and everything kind of being here. It's creating a place to where they're also feeling kind of lonely in that. I think there's something to do with the fact that the two of you may have different kind of understandings about your spirituality in some kind of way, you know, and the way that your subconscious is right now is not the same. You're not in the same kind of energy when it comes to it's like having that, it's that Pisces kind of feeling I'm feeling, I believe. So karma and secrets, it's like all this kind of stuff, you're having different understandings about those kind of things that are beneath the surface, that high priestess energy, that inner knowing or wisdom. There's not an equal balance here, and that's what's causing some of this stuff. Okay. Holy cow, that was 20 minutes. That was long. If I could sum this up into one word for each of you: loneliness, attitude. There's still loneliness under the surface. It's not, there's a barrier here. And that middle energy, even though it says lonely, it's more like a stillness that I'm feeling, like a trying to kind of sit and kind of understand. So stillness, I feel like, would be that for me. I think the both of you are kind of holding on too tightly to what you feel like this is or should be in this relationship in some way. Okay, so what would you say to your person for your thoughts? What would you say in your head to this person? What would your thoughts be? What would your thoughts be? I wish things could be different and we're not right for each other. That's a shadow card. So all the black cards that you see here are shadow cards. These are being expressed through your shadow side. So there's a little bit of ego that kind of goes into that, and well, there's a lot of ego that kind of plays into that. The ego trying to protect itself. So you may be kind of saying this to this person in your thoughts, trying to kind of sit with or understand or feel that the two of you are just not right for each other, but there's a lack of honesty that kind of plays into that because this is behind it and you wish things could be different. That's part of your reflection state. What is Paul One's thoughts? What would they say? Their thoughts. I'm sorry. That's that. Yep. But it's also a shadow card. So I just heard bite your tongue in my head. So there's givingness to this where you feel as if you may be just kind of letting go of things that you still feel that are hurtful, because this is a part of your shadow. And so with I'm sorry coming through your shadow, it's like you are sorry, but there's things that you feel like you aren't as sorry for. There's things there that you feel still hurt about that's making you feel that way, right? So what about your feelings? What would, as far as your heart space, what would your heart say to this person? Well, that came right out. I knew exactly what I was doing. That's interesting. I guess in your heart space, you know, you felt like you knew what you were doing when you kind of were jumping into this or getting into this relationship, or you knew what you wanted to begin with, I feel like, in some kind of way. What does the heart space say for pile 1 to the person? What do they say in their heart? Come here. Mastery. You've learned the spiritual lesson. There's some kind of lesson that you're experiencing throughout this, right? And I think it's about yourself, but it's in your heart space. So it's almost like the pain is you're already connecting it to that source of lesson from that pain that you feel. Your body language says so much. You may have felt like this person was You may have felt like this person was pulling away from you before they pulled away from you, but you may also feel like this person, you can read them really well when it comes to their body language without them. You know what kind of energy they're in through kind of watching their body language. And it's not something that's obvious. It's something that you know when you're kind of interacting with this person, how they approach you or how they, especially when you come and go, like when you first see them or when you leave, it could be a place to where you can kind of sense the way that they're feeling about things in some kind of way. So you know kind of what you're getting into and a part of that. But this is in your heart, so it's almost like you can connect or you can feel that, how this person feels in their heart. And there's an intensity of, here of understanding this person's kind of pain in some kind of way for some of you. I don't know what that means, but we'll see. What about your actions? What would your actions be? What would your actions say? We'll be together again. So see, this is this clinging on to hope. This is part of your action. So part of what you're kind of anticipating is that, y'all be together again. I'm not financially stable. This is part of your actions. I feel like, obviously, that's the only card in this deck that has stability there. You may feel like you're not kind of in a position. Financials is pentacles, so you may feel like you're not in a position to where you feel grounded at this time, or there may be things that you're trying to focus on or kind of work on, trying to gather your strength or trying to get back into a place of stability for yourself. You may feel like if that's something that you do outside of yourself, then that's something that will kind of come along internally as well, as you being able to find balance with this person in this situation. Kind of focusing on that. You know what I mean? So what else would the actions be for call 1 towards their person? 2 cards. Leaving you hurt me too, and come here. I'm different now. So being that these came out together, if you left this person, and these are both shadow cards, so whatever reasons weren't you know, were for a shadow kind of reason, not a great reason, then there's a part of you that feels like you're different from when that was, but there's also a part of you that feels like, are you though? You know, you may have felt like you were in a good kind of place as far as being able to control your emotional state or your stability of understanding things in some kind of way. And this person could have triggered you to kind of relive that, to see if are you so stable as you thought you were? You know, are your emotions as balanced as you thought they were? So whereas you thought you were kind of different, maybe you weren't so much. It's not that you don't feel different, it's that I think maybe you may be realizing that there's still some stuff there that you need to kind of work on. And this is why you're trying to have this hope or understanding, right? Okay. Knowing that you need to heal. Look at that. It's time for me to heal now. Knowing there's things about you that you still need to kind of work on or heal is there. So what about this person's... What is this person's energy? What is in their mind? What is in their head? What are they thinking about Paul 1 in this connection? What is Paul 1's person thinking about them right now? Intuition. Didn't we talk about that? Intuition, High Priestess energy. You already know the answers that you seek. And this is so important because the signs are with you already. All this kind of... But this is kind of what they would be saying to you. So it's almost like this person feels like you should, if you do have that kind of connection that I talked about, then you're already picking up on this person intuitively in that way. It's like, why is it important that I express to you certain things or everything in a certain kind of way when you already know the answers to things? Interesting. What would this person, what's in their head for problem? Their person. Sure, come on out. I wish I'd treated you better. Yeah, this is that. This person's facing some things, just like you have. This person's kind of facing some different things. I think you're handling things different. But you're different in that place, right? If you come from more of a kind of a giving nature, you're more of a giving person, like maybe you've even found yourself as being an overgiver, you know, and that's just kind of who you are. You want to kind of mend things quickly, or kind of, you don't want to be, it's like a people-pleasing kind of tendency that you may have, where you're not wanting to kind of be on anyone's kind of bad side or think anyone to think bad or negative of you in some kind of way. Your person kind of has that energy too a little bit, but they also have this attitude behind that. They show more of a, your person has that similar kind of people-pleasing tendency, but theirs comes out in a more shadow aspect than yours comes out in a more light aspect. Neither one of them are too great. But there's a balance that has to come into that. And there's duality here in this connection. So if you're bringing the light energy, your person's bringing the dark energy, you're meeting in the middle and having an understanding of that to help you better be a person and have self-awareness that you need. So if you're a people pleaser in that kind of way, and this person is complete opposite, where they are more easily to cut people off in a certain kind of way, but theirs is overly so it can actually come across and hurt people. Yours is coming across and will hurt you. You see? So, two extremes, right? And needing to find that balance here. And I think that's what this, I think that's what you're learning here with this person right now at this time in this cycle that you're in. And it could be one that just started or ending out of one. This is like this healing stage that's going, right? So what else would this this person's thoughts. What are those thoughts? I miss seeing you. Yeah, there's that energy. This person's really conflicted about this. But I honestly feel like there's more fear underlining that than there is anything else. What about their heart space? What would they say to One's person in their heart space? I do love you. And I left before you could leave me. There's that abandonment wound resurfacing. Let's get one more and then I'll talk about that. Oh, one more, please. What's in their heart space? What's in there? No. I'll look at them, but I'm not doing it. Your intellect arouses me stability. We talked about that a lot. This relationship can stand the test of time. I compare others to you, and I'm becoming a better person. These are all really, I mean, this is their heart space. These are things that are kind of sitting on this person that they think about when they think about this connection and being disconnected from you, right? Because I feel a disconnection in this reading, even if it's something small. See, for some of you, it's a big distance, right? For some of you, it's just a conflict. It's a little different here for everybody. Can I have one more? Well, thanks. There's their shadow card. I knew they were going to have one at least. I know more than you think. This person may feel like in their heart space that sometimes you don't give them as much credit for being able to kind of feel love, or feel love and give love. Like maybe you feel like that they don't know as much about love as you do. You make them kind of feel that way to some extent because of the way that they kind of show it towards you is different from the way that you're showing it, especially if you're coming from those people-pleasing kind of tendencies, in a light aspect view of that. Tell me about the actions from this person. Recall one. Oh my gosh. So when that happens, back to here, I'm missing you. This person's really conflicted about their actions with you, I feel like. And I think I mentioned that up here. I wish you'd come back. I'm so attracted to you. I'm happy that it's over. We need to let each other go. I am recovering. I know I messed things up, and finding out the truth crushed me. I am interested to see what this means, so I'm gonna leave that out. But all this other stuff here, I mean, do you see what I'm talking about? Do you see the struggle, mental struggle that's kind of taking place? When you don't understand something mentally, especially I feel like for this person, they could have heavy air in their chart with all this snow energy, or snow behind them. That cold kind of energy is like the swords. So Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. But it's also about them trying to find that duality in all of this. What else would their actions be? Healing. Yeah, that sums it up. That sums it up. I do feel like that this person does want to heal this connection here with you, but I don't feel like they necessarily know how or what. And until this person kind of gets to a place to where they understand things logically, I don't know necessarily they're going to be able to kind of move forward. And there's conflict here, okay? But I do feel like they do want to heal. See, I can't stop thinking about you. And it's this healing part of things. I'm anxious to see what that is. So let's get some tarot. We're going to start on your person's side, actually, because I'm already kind of in their energy, so. what is finding out? the devil's here. Capricorn energy. So this person's kind of experienced, yeah, this is shadow side, guys. This person's experiencing this more shadow aspect. To the devil's an energy of feeling trapped. It's feeling fearful. It's feeling like you don't kind of know what's real and what's not. All this kind of, anxious energy that goes into this. This is the devil, so think about that. This person's kind of tied up in that right now. What is finding out the truth, Krishmi? The World in reverse. The World in reverse. There's something to do with what is that? Hold on a second, guys. Remember when I talked about the belief and y'all not seeing eye to eye on some kind of something? That could represent the world in reverse in a way. So like your belief systems are not the same in some aspect about how things should close out here. The world is a card of an ending a cycle and renewing something as well, because the renewal comes right after the ending. There's got to be a renewal there. And it being in reverse, it's almost like this person may have had a mindset of how they kind of wanted to move towards you in some kind of way. And with this star and all that we talked about, and they may be kind of seeing that you didn't see that in the same way that they saw it in. And I think that's something that this person is still kind of sitting on. Look at that, the Emperor. They could have been in a position, in the Five of Cups in reverse, or Five of Pentacles in reverse. They could have been in a position where they were trying to take some sort of control or leadership when it comes to the way things kind of ended, well, the way this kind of cycle kind of ended in some kind of way, and that wasn't necessarily the way that things kind of went. Give me one more. There's something else there I'm missing. What is it? What am I missing? Strength. I think this person's having a hard time sitting with what it was that you were trying to create here in this connection. It's like what it was that you actually were wanting or trying to create here in this connection was 100 times off of what this person had their head kind of wrapped around. And I think part of, if that came out with this star energy here and holding on too tightly, the idea of knowing that they were going to have to be that one to step into that Emperor energy and that leadership role and kind of close it out in a different kind of way was something that was hard to do. I think that's what this person's thinking about. Spirit, what can you tell us about this person's overall energy, what they're kind of learning here? That came right out when I said that, didn't it? The Devil again. Like, they're learning to get past their fears, guys. This person's learning to get past their own self-limiting beliefs, their fears, anything that kind of controls them or holds them back. What else? Capricorn energy there. Yeah, the Eight of Swords. That's the same thing. Same thing. The Eight of Swords is that card of holding yourself in a place to where you can actually, it's a mindset. So you can actually get out of those swords. In the regular Rider-Waite Tarot, she's standing there, all the swords are around her. She has a blindfold on, but it's on loosely. You know, her hands are behind her back, but they're loosely. She can actually get out of that anytime she wants. Those swords are not keeping her trapped. She's keeping herself trapped because of the anxiety of the swords being there, the fear that's around her. Instead of taking those on, or taking those obstacles on, there's no way that she feels like she can get out of it. It's a mindset. And this person's going through this experience right now. This is so dark night of the soul energy, by the way, as well. Did I say that? I think I said that. Look at that. Hermit energy. Yep. Virgo. They're going on this journey here, guys, to try to figure things out. This is where this person's at right now. Tell me about the devil. Five of Swords. So the conflict that's here that we've been discussing this whole time is what this energy is. The conflict that brought up all these shadow aspects, right? The devil. Conflict came, brought the devil, the dark parts, and now you have to sort through them in your head mentally and try to come out on the other end of it, which is the whole purpose, like I said in the beginning, of mending relationships. You should come out better and bigger and stronger. And the relationship itself is something you want to hold on to, should come out better, bigger, and stronger. Why is the Eight of Swords here? What are these thoughts? The Queen of Wands. I feel like that's probably your energy, obviously. It's Leo energy, and it's about creation. So creating something, what to create or how to create, is all part of this person's mental blockages. What's causing them the anxiety. But it's backed up behind the devil. So there you go. And then you go on the Hermit to find the light. So that's what this person's doing. This Queen of Wands could be you. So, I mean, this person is still, well, the Queen of Wands is someone that's, I mean, they're still really attracted to you. There's still an energy of confidence around that as well that's coming in. You still have a heavy connection with this person. This person is still very connected to you. I also see 11:01 on the timer there, so you're on the right path. Just keep listening to your heart and your gut. So there's a quick message here for you to listen to your gut and your heart here, and try to stay out of that shadow. This person's in the shadow enough. They don't need you in there too. If you're both in the shadow and you're both in the gutter, it's bad news. One of you've got to be out of there if you want to have some way of coming back together here, right? And this is also about courage. So again, that girl with those swords, you have to have that courage and strength to stand up and face the swords. Why is the Hermit here? And they're trying to figure that out and find that. So this person's, you have the Two of Pentacles. So they're going into this Hermit mode, isolation. There's a pause, that's taking place where this person can kind of go into this understanding, trying to search and find what their truth is. And what they want, but it's in the Two of Pentacles energy. So they're juggling different kinds of ideas right now. They're juggling different kinds of scenarios, and they haven't quite met what it is exactly they want to work on, or how they want to work on this connection. Can I have one more for the Ten of Pentacles? Thanks. The Queen of Swords. They're trying to figure out what truth they want to express and how they want to express that. The Queen of Swords is about that communication, but it's coming in a queen because I feel like it's that nurturement that kind of plays into that. Also, there could be some communication being that you have these two queens here, and we're talking about your energy. So there could also be some kind of communication from you that this person's kind of juggling or trying to figure out. Okay, you have the Nine of Cups here. I didn't ask for that, but it came out. This person's trying to figure out if they want to offer you something or not. This is the Knight of Cups. It's not a page. It's a Knight of Cups. So this person has love for you guys. This person has romantic feelings for you guys. But they're trying to figure out if that's something that they want to communicate or not. That's interesting. The Chariot in reverse. The Six of Cups. The Magician in reverse. And the Ace of Swords and Judgment in reverse. Wow. And that card is not flipped over in the right way, so they're telling me to stop. Oh, no, that's a cover card. The Two of Wands is under that, which is making plans. I don't think this person's at a point to where they're making kind of any kind of future plans here, or understanding kind of how that's going to go. We talked about that throughout your reading. You have Judgment in reverse, though, so they're not ready to face that judgment, face that fear, right? And here's the truth with the Ace of Swords. They don't feel like they have everything it is that they need in order to be able to kind of bring forward what it is they want when it comes to this connection here with you, with the Six of Cups. And they don't have their emotions set in right. And you need to kind of sit in a place to where you need to kind of understand that and kind of respect that, you know, with this person, that they have the Chariot, but they're not in this driving seat right now. They don't know how to control their emotions of what they feel as far as the shadow aspect and the light aspect and how it kind of plays out together. They're not there yet. They don't have that clear understanding yet. This is Cancer energy, the Chariot. So you also have Libra here as well. That balance is coming into play here on your person's side. They're searching for it, but they're having to work through some, there's time to work through some stuff, guys. That's what I'm talking about respecting that. It's Cancer energy is that crab that goes into their shell. And Cancers, I'm a Cancer soul, guys, so we love hard, you know, and when we attach to someone in a way of building up that connection, or that soul connection, we feel we'll just give it everything we have. And we're very committed to that person when it comes to our love. But we're also, there's a hesitancy to be vulnerable. And when we are vulnerable and we put ourselves out there and we come out of our shell, if we sense anything kind of off in a way, or if we get hurt in any kind of way, we're heavy to pinch back. We will snap at you. You know, it's that water energy, and it's I feel is Cancer, I feel. So we really, you know, the moon is ours. So all those emotions are there. The moon is about your emotions and your subconscious. So if you are stepping into that place and you put yourself out there in a certain kind of way and someone kind of does that to you, we can also use that in a shadow aspect. So if we're picking up on people's feelings and we know things about people, or we sense things about people intuitively because we're so good at that, we can also use those in a negative way. But I think it's kind of what happened here, and I think that what you did is you kind of maybe push that out on this person to where it's made them see or recognize the shadow parts. So, I can look at somebody and I can read their energy as far as what their light and dark aspects are. Now, I'm not going to just run my mouth to everybody about what their shadow sides are. I recognize your shadow side, you know. You just wouldn't go about doing that. But when I'm in a heated conversation, now it's a whole different scenario, is it? Because that filter's not there. That, I think, is something that this person, you've probably played out on this person's probably played out on you, and you're just reacting to it in a different way. This person's not emotionally kind of back into balance to where they feel in control, okay, with their emotions. That's the part you need to respect. This person's not in that driver's seat right now, and you're asking them to come out of their shell in a way where they're not ready to come out of that shell yet. They're not ready to put themselves back in a position where they feel vulnerable in that state, especially if you pointed out this person's, shadow stuff. And that's the part of respect that I'm talking about, okay? So let's see about your side. Because you don't want this person, you don't want to go back there. You don't want to be back there. You definitely don't want to make it worse. And everybody has we're all different. We're all going through different stuff. And our shadows are all different. And who's to know what this person is really feeling and what you've brought up, from stuff that they've been pushing down. Just be aware of that. Don't ask too much of this person. That's what I'm saying. Be just respectful of that. Okay. Because if they come back and, you're just going to hurt each other again. Right. So let's see what you're feeling over here. What do we need to know about you right now? Where are you at? You have the Page of Wands. So you're in Temperance. So you're balanced here. You're emotionally, you're balanced. You're in the energy. And it's not that you'll always be there, but right now in this current energy you're in, you're balanced. The Page of Wands is a messenger, so there's a message that's here, you know, so maybe you're kind of in that place to where you're feeling inspired to kind of even send a message to this person, because the Page of Wands is that messenger of good news, you know, or maybe you're kind of hoping for that, but you have this Temperance that's right next to it, so it's like you're trying to remain in balance when it comes to this connection and temper yourself. So you have Sagittarius energy here with that, and plus Cancer too with that crab. I just got done talking about Cancer. I have one more. I just wanted one, but I'll take two. So you have the Magician in reverse, Aries energy, and you also have the Six of Swords. We'll put that right there. So the Six of Swords is going back to something, but with the Magician in reverse, it's like you don't really have a clear, I'm seeing 111 again on the timer, on your side now. You may seriously, y'all mirror each other here. You don't have a clear understanding about yourself and how you truly feel about a situation. And so it's like you need to go back and see. I need to go back and kind of analyze this. I need to go back and kind of see how things were. If you are in this space to where I said before and you kind of react off of impulse and conflict, then you could actually, because you kind of hold that in, you know, because you're like that people-pleasing tendency. You're holding all that back. You don't want to upset anybody in any kind of way. So that all kind of comes out in, you know, in a negative way. 11:11 on the timer. And so it's like, that's kind of what I'm talking about here. And if you've kind of done that in that kind of way, then there's a heavy need, and that's the puppy dog eyes, to fix it. And so that's what this is for me. You want to get in that boat with that Six of Swords and go back to it, even though you may feel like it might not be the best situation, because you want to put everything back together, right? You want to have peace of mind in that way. Why is the Page of Wands here? What do you want to know about that? Page of Wands. What do we know about that? Four of Swords. This is this energy you're in, okay? You're sitting. There's a message here, guys. If you're waiting on a message, or you're sending a message, or you're just kind of in this energy of kind of waiting to see how things go. The Four of Swords is about resting. So you're resting to just wait. There's a wait. You're trying to remain optimistic here with that Page of Wands. You know, why is Temperance here? Waha. So you have the Knight of Pentacles. So this is you kind of moving forward kind of slowly. You're determined to kind of stay into this peaceful state of mind, which I think is a good thing here. Anytime you see Temperance upright, for me, it's like you feel like you're maintaining that balance within, which is great. Not too far stretched on one side or the other. There is a tendency or a need to want to kind of fix things, but not knowing exactly how to fix it is something that you're trying to accept, and then the allowing everything to kind of unfold, because you know you don't have everything it is that you need in order to work something out, you know. Acceptance is a part of that. You have the Queen of Cups in reverse. So you're with the Emperor's under that, and the Hierophant in reverse. The Seven of Swords. So you're curious about this Hierophant being in reverse, and this kind of something that keeps coming up. That's that energy I was telling you about grounding your thoughts of things and the future of things and what you wish here and all that kind of stuff. Is you're trying to find that balance, but you are not wanting to get caught up in any kind of self-limiting beliefs here with this Hierophant in reverse. You do not want to get caught up in a outside understanding of things. You're remaining in this place to where you want to be more open-minded here, or more it's like you're putting your foot down with that, with the Emperor here. But you may be kind of keeping this to yourself, with this Queen of Cups in reverse, you know, there's that Cancer energy. You have Aries here as well as Taurus, but that Cancer, you're in your shell. This person's kind of in their shell. You're in your shell. You're both kind of back in your shells. But this is about you keeping your emotions to yourself about this. And I feel like you may be kind of balanced out or coming to an understanding to where maybe you and this person don't necessarily feel like the future energies or the understanding of things is the same, but you're trying to remain in your own power with that and your own understanding of things and not let that hurt this connection or hurt you in any kind of way. So that's what you're keeping to yourself. And I think that that's something that you're really also trying to remain in control of yourself and stable is something else that's there. Okay, so I'm going to get overall oracle for what's shifting for you and your person, and then we'll get some future energies here. Postcard from Spirit, we'll close. So these are long readings. These are always long readings because it's just, I know y'all can't see these very well over here, I'm sorry. How much is going on here in this reading. That's why they are long readings. But I do these personal readings if you're interested. Information for that's down below. Okay, so what's shifting here for pile 1? What's shifting for pile 1's energy? Okay. We have brother raccoon here, a safe place for you to go. Number 4, interesting, it's number 4. So you're kind of changing or evolving in a way of acceptance, and you have this kind of place to where you're wanting to be more of this brother raccoon. You know, you're wanting to be more of this, like a stable place or a stable, grounded kind of energy for this person, and not such a, it's like you're taming the raccoon in a way, you know? Raccoons can get out of control. They can get into some stuff. They can make a mess. But it's like you're trying to contain that and be patient here. And I feel like with this, also, which is also temperance for me, but allow stability to be the priority here, I feel like, for you. This is what's shifting in you, okay? It's funny how your person has the dark wings, and I said they were in that more shadow side, and you have the light wings. Isn't that crazy? So what is your person's energy shifting to? Oh my gosh. About hit me in the face. Came out like crazy. They're still mad. Look at that. That looks like the same person. A fairy bee. My life is sweet. Number 6. So what's shifting for them is they may step into some prosperity here with these 2 bees being here in that honey. But they could have this like new opportunity as well. That's kind of part of that. But my life is so sweet with the number 6. 6 is the number of healing, and 6 is the number of, you know, finding harmony or having improvements. So this person is shifting because they feel like they may be starting to have some improvements overall. May not just be, you know, not as much part of this connection as it is for maybe just in their life in general. And that's what's shifting their energy. Bees sting, you know, and it hurts. So I think this person is, they may still be kind of coming off of the sting here of this connection and what's transpired. Anything else that you want to tell me about that as far as what's shifting? This person's focused on something else, other things. So we talked about that in the beginning. What about the connecting energies? Let's do that. What's shifting for the connecting energies for this connection? Wolf moon. Well, we just had the wolf moon. It's the full moon in Cancer. That's wild, and it came up in a reading I just did the other day too as well. I will watch over you, and this is the number 1. So this is the same kind of energy of the 2 of you. You have hold on tight here, and I will watch over you. I mean, the 2 of you aren't letting each other go anytime soon. You have 4 and 6 here as well. I think this is just a closing out of a cycle, and with this 1, the new beginning of the cycle would be this still kind of caring about each other, still watching over one another, still being there for each other. You also have, brother here, and you have little brother and little sister, siblings, younger friends, and responsibilities, and it's also the number 4. So there's a sense of this person kind of, or you maybe having responsibilities or just wanting to stabilize who or what or whatever's around you here. And that being part of this connection is something that's here as well. So let's get future energies with eyes in and postcard from Spirit, guys. Future energies for Paul 1 and their person. So I saw patience, it didn't come out, and then sexual union just flipped out here. So I mean, there you go. That's there. What else? Future energies for Paul. You have new love here as well. Future energies for Paul 1. You have ex-partner and reconciliation, guys. I mean, really? First, this is going to read a little different for everybody, and I know this is going to be kind of challenges here. Spiritual regrets, uncertainty, information very soon, patience. Gotcha. This is going to sound a little bit different for everybody, so keep this in mind. This future energy is future energies. That means it doesn't mean that it's going to be that. It just means that it's just from what we're seeing here, things could change from that and energy can get redirected. But in the energy you're in right now, I do feel like for some of you that I think that you may come back into union with one another. This may be kind of something that is, for some of you, quick and on to something else. But for others of you, for some of you, there's some sort of reconciliation going on with, okay. I hate it when that comes out like this because I know this is not what you kind of want to hear because this is, you don't know which side is yours. But I feel like intuitively you should understand this, okay? For some of you, actually, I'm going to pull a card before I say. Before I say for sure, because I want to be certain. Can you tell me about this 2 of Swords? There's a decision that's here. Gotcha. That's what I thought. Can you tell me about this reconciliation with this partner? The Hierophant and the 3 of Cups. Okay. Page of Pentacles. For some of you, I think that the 2 of you may separate for a little while. I know I'm seeing the cards that I'm seeing. For some of you, that's not the case. It depends on how connected you are with this person, okay? For those of you that are in like long separations or heavy distance from one another, I think that there could be a chance that your person, being in this dark night of the soul, they're needing to revisit some things. There could be an ex that kind of plays a part of that they reconcile with. And then for you guys, I feel like that you may be kind of coming into a potential new love, a new soulmate coming in. So that's how this sexual union is going to play for each of you with someone else. Now that sucks. It's part of what I'm seeing, okay? It's based off of this 2 of Swords, which is the decision, and it's 2 different directions to take. Either you can take this way or this way. And I think for some of you, you will be kind of faced with this decision. Whether you want to reconcile with this person or you want to kind of move into a different direction. For some of you, you will reconnect with this person, and I think it will be in this sexual union kind of way. But then you'll be faced with this choice. And this person could also be kind of going through that themselves. There's decisions overall that I'm seeing, okay? Basically, in a nutshell, you're going to have some decisions. This person's going to have decisions when it comes to love. And whether you reconcile together and move forward. Overall, for most of you, I feel like that there's going to be at least some sort of friendship that's built here. You have the Three of Cups and the Hierophant, so I feel like there's going to be some sort of stable kind of friendship that is a result here of this connection. Can I give an overall energy for pile 1? Message from Spirit for pile 1. For pile 1 about this person. Can I have this on glass? You have embraced the moment here for you and Animal Kingdom. So embrace the moment, embrace the day, this very moment. Think positively today and repel those negative thoughts. Try not to judge yourself or others. This may be harder than you think. With what is that you're changing is your energy. And I think that this is this field that you're in currently. So if you can kind of maintain that, I think that would be helpful as far as this connection goes overall. Animal Kingdom. Animals of all types are extraordinary creatures and miraculous gifts to us. They've been our spiritual companions since the dawn of time. At this moment, they have lessons to share with you that will open up your heart and soul. There's an energy here of you having possible, even not just animals, but companions around you that can kind of help you through this kind of part of your experience here in life or with this person. To help you to be able to kind of keep your heart and your soul open and in more of a state of mind to where you're not letting your energy get far off into those negative thoughts, okay? That's important. People around you to kind of help kind of keep your vibration kind of high, you know what I mean? So what about this person? What is their overall? Oh my gosh, again, they almost hit me right in the face. So they have breathe and find your center, which is exactly where this person kind of needs to be looking into. The breath is the vital bridge between your body and soul. It's the connection between the inside and outside, connecting you to the universe, spirit, and the source. The breath permeates the entire being of Prana, which is the same life-giving force that nourishes everything in the universe. So this person needs to kind of have that understanding in themselves and transform that, being able to control that devil energy, right? Those negative thoughts and that fear that's there. Find your center. Your outside world is a reflection. There's a lot going on here about the outside world being a reflection on this person and a manifestation of what's going on inside of you at this time. So anything that what you believe in outside of yourself is what you're going to manifest for yourself. So whatever your thoughts, whatever you believe in is going to be your life. Such your belief. When the outside world becomes so hectic and stressful that the anxiety starts to overwhelm you, then this is an ideal moment to stop and ask, when was the last time that I checked in with myself? And this person, we talked about them kind of overworking in some kind of way. They need to have this balance take place to where they can come back to their center and kind of calm down and breathe and have stability within so that they can more stabilize themselves without themselves, outside of themselves. So it's easier for them to make decisions. Okay. What's the overall advice? Thanks. With love. Dearest you, as you think, so will your experience life. Thoughts are that. Sorry guys, my chair is like so bad. Hold on, I gotta get my leg up here. My chair is too far up, and there we go. Hit the table. Okay. As you think, so will you experience life. Thoughts are that powerful, and they need mending. Let the unruly, chaotic ones settle down so that they serve you and get released instead of wreaking havoc. These thoughts arise when connected to the energy of fear and are masqueraded as truth. Yet that real truth is that eventually all is well. Of course, you have thoughts that are positive, strong, organized, accepting, creative, open, and so on. Those are the ones that you want to keep thinking. And they have a less frantic quality. They're stimulating in a good way and don't get away from you. How can you keep an inner eye on your thoughts? Meditate and let judgment out of the mix. Everyone has those fearful thoughts. Love them, love yourself, and then choose the thoughts that you want the world to reflect back. Life is not as hard as you think. Loving you so much. That's perfect for y'all's reading. Absolutely perfect. Okay, super long reading, guys. Let's see here. Empower yourself. This moment, that's the same thing here with embrace this moment. Grace, it's important. Have a good time. And sabotage, absolutely. There's some sabotage-like energy that's here, you know, and or at least thinking that. But even any time that you feel like you've sabotaged something, it was purposeful, and it's meaning that there was something there that you learned, because if you sabotaged it, then there's a lesson that you need to figure out. So keep that in mind. So we have 4 here, which is, I mean, we've had 4 all over your reading. So we also have 6, which is 10. So completion of a cycle. 8's about mastering a skill and moving forward. 6 is that number of the lovers in tarot, but it's also about mastering the skill or making progress. I already said that. Taking action. Wait, I got backwards, didn't I? 6 is the number of healing. It's the number of making improvements as well and finding harmony. And I think that harmony and stability are something that's here, but also figuring out how to move forward with the number 8. So we have R, A, P, A, V, I, O, or 0, which is a leap of faith. We have J, Y, there's joy. There's joy. We have N, U, at least it wasn't the other thing, huh? We have K, O, S, W, or M, I, K, H, A, heart, and A. Okay. I forget about these when they're not over here. So we have you. And we also have the heart here, the black heart, which I think is relevant for somebody. We have Paul here. Something about dogs may be important. I'm just drawing a blank here, guys. Just spit out all that stuff, and now it's just just drawing a blank. How does that happen? We have, I keep hearing in my head, are you? But there's no E here. Are you? Because are you? I mean, are you? You may be wondering if this person's with someone else or has someone else. Y'all take that how it resonates for you guys, okay? So I'm gonna hold this up. I'm gonna leave you here. I know this is a long reading, so I'm gonna let y'all take this one. Spread these apart a little bit. We have shop. We have shop here. Soak. Maybe you need to soak in a hot bath. That would help. Or soak up some sun. All right, guys, I'm gonna leave you here. Hope you enjoyed this reading. Hope this resonates. Hope it makes sense. Thanks for being here. Thanks for lasting this long. If you did, that's awesome. It's a super long reading. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for all your kindness, guys, all your support, and all your love, and I hope to see you guys soon. Bye. Hey, Baltoon. So if you chose the bicycle, and hold this up so y'all can see it a little bit better. So we have, it's a blue bike, and it's like an old school bike, right? And you have this like a luxury, it's not like a You're not going to get on this sucker and go for a very long extended ride. This is more like just kind of going from short places here to there. So you may feel like that this person that you're connecting with is like a second go around, because there's these 2 cycles here that I'm seeing, but also this bouquet of flowers. So maybe coming in with an offer or a gift, or you feel abundant with this person in some kind of way. Light on conversation is part of this. So they're saying keep that in mind, light on conversation. This person may kind of not say a lot, but when they do say something, it's like it's a lot in itself. Do you know what I mean? There's a lot of abundance or a lot of kind of beauty that I feel like with this person or in this person that you feel. Like you feel bountiful with them, you know? Okay, so we're going to start with Oracle cards. Pile 1 was a long reading. I doubt that y'all's will be that long. Pile 1's always the longest reading. I don't know why that is. Or it has been that way lately. Sometimes it's pile 3, but so no idea how long this is going to be. But we're going to pull one of these first. These are the light and shadow and light oracles. And we're going to pull one to get overall energy for you and your person and connecting energies for right now. And then we're going to start on message cards, okay? And then we'll get a little bit of tarot, some advice, and shifting energies for future and close. So pile 2. There's a really mellow kind of energy that I'm feeling here. Or at least trying to remain that way. What's pile 2's overall energy towards their person? We have Winged Seer. Number 12. Yep, that's that pause, that mellow kind of energy. You see clearly, clairvoyancy. So, you know, you could have that, but you could also just have this like just understanding of how things are or how things should be, and like a different perspective of how you're seeing things. Something has changed here about how you're seeing things, and you have more kind of understanding now than I think that you have in the past when it comes to not just this person. I feel like this is more about you. I think this is more about what you perceive as to being right for you. But I do feel this energy of you feeling very much so like you can just understand things now. You see things in a different kind of way from where you saw them before. And there's just like this understanding of how things are. I mean, you don't know how to explain it. You just have this like knowing. And I think that you've been kind of in this place to trying to figure things out and trying to understand things. And that's why you've been in this kind of hangman energy with that Pisces energy, you know, kind of being stuck on that tree and kind of trying to figure out what it is that you believe or what you feel like is right for you when it comes to karma, when it comes to secrets, when it comes to things playing out, your subconscious, your spirituality. All these kind of things are things from this connection that you're trying to kind of ground or kind of set straight in a certain kind of way for you. But you feel as if you see more clearly than you did before. I just heard All Eyes on Me too, which is a song, by the way. It was in a song. I don't know the song. I can't repeat it. I have songs come to me, lyrics and stuff all the time, and I don't necessarily know the artist or the name, because some of them I don't even listen to, you know. But it's kind of crazy when that happens, but I just heard All Eyes on Me, so maybe relevant. You may feel that way. You may feel like you have a lot of eyes on you. You may also have felt... I'm getting a weird message here, guys. Some of you may cope with something, some kind of substance that you may cope with or may help you when you feel really anxious, to see things in a different way, to kind of get past your anxieties or past some fears. And you maybe have been doing that a lot lately because you've been really anxious. But for some of you, this just is about you kind of maybe have, you know, have really been upset or have experienced a loss from this connection that made you kind of see things in a different kind of way. Okay, well, we have Eclipse Mermaid, a powerful energy shift. So that's what they're telling me here, is you've had this kind of powerful energy shift. Okay, so what about Paltu's person? What's Paltu's persons? They have voodoo and blue. Back off. The number 22. So you got 222 here, which means that you're in the right place at the right time, just trusting what it is that you want. And I think that that's what you've been trying to figure out. This person as well, is they're in a place to where they really are trying to kind of, they're probably closed off, to be honest with you, a little bit. They're trying to keep to themselves. They're possibly trying to keep information, or not information. Don't want to say information. That's the wrong way to use that word, because I don't want your mind to go to that place. It's wisdom. It's with internal wisdom. They may feel a little closed off. They may feel like they're protecting something here, and it could be themselves, or like defending themselves in some sort of way. They're in this energy here of kind of, this is more of kind of a shadow place to where they feel the need to defend themselves in some kind of way. So they're, whatever that is, they're kind of geared up to, there's something about their mindset that they're not willing to change. And it has something to do with their own internal stability. That's why this back off is kind of here with the voodoo doll, and she's holding on to it. This person is someone that can cut easily if they want, because she's holding that voodoo doll. So it could come in the way of words, because it's blue, like the throat chakra. But they're definitely, this person has experienced some sadness, because there is a level here of them protecting themselves, or feeling the need to protect themselves. Trying to find their own balance, I think, is something that's really important, with the need to protect themselves, and then also kind of wanting to be vulnerable in the same sense. This person could be very emotional, because blue is representing that, you know, water of emotions. Also, I can't help but see that her hair, the color of it, it kind of is on the top of her head like that. It's kind of like the crown chakra. So it goes back to that inner wisdom and this person telling you to kind of back off. There's something about the way that they feel, like what their thought process is, or their way of thinking is something that they're kind of set on, or they feel like they're listening to themselves, and they don't like for anyone else to kind of try to push their belief onto them in some kind of way. There's something about this person to where they feel like they need to stand their ground on that. And they feel like it's not just internal for them. It's like a higher understanding that they need to stand their ground when it comes to that. Whatever that is. It could be very, very different for everybody. What about the connecting energies? Okay, well, it came out again. This started to come out of the deck earlier, and I kind of tossed it back in there. But this is the number 18, which is moon energy. And you have Violet Duchess here. You know, I just talked about this violet kind of color. And there's these colors that are here. Colors may be important, or colors that you've been seeing a lot of. But the throat chakra, crown chakra, third eye, that understanding of things, or being able to see things in a whole different kind of way, is something that's really strong here. This moon energy is you know, this, okay, so this stuck energy that it says is like being stuck on the moon, being stuck on that mindset. And this person, I feel like, has reached a point to where they you know, the way that they feel is how they feel about things, and there's an energy of not kind of imposing on that in some kind of way. And you are over here in this hangman space to where you're trying to see things in a different perspective. You could be trying to understand this person in a new perspective, trying to see their perspective, or trying to understand them, and see past some illusions and stuff that are here. And look at that, guys. 1222. Can't make that up. 222. Seeing past some sort of illusions that are here. So both of you are really trying to focus on the fact that, you know, everything happens for a reason. You're in this place for a reason. You're in this place purposely, and trusting in what it is that you want. But I think that understanding what that is from this connection, and not getting stuck on this moon, which is where you are right now. Like getting too stuck in that fear, getting too stuck on fear, getting too stuck in the deception of things. You know, when you're in the moon, you're constantly on that tower looking for deception, looking for illusions, looking for deception, and feeling the illusions of that, and the fear behind that. So you're constantly on the lookout, right? That's the connecting energy of this connection right now. And not wanting to get stuck in that energy. That's why you're in this hangman energy, and your person's saying back off. You're both fighting this in some sort of way. You're both kind of fighting your fears here about this connection. It's funny because I feel like a team effort, but you're not. It's like two people coming together to fight the bigger thing, even if they disagree. They know what they need to really get past. So in this connection, it could be that. It could be that you and this person are trying to fight, you know, both of you have a point of view or perspective, but you're trying to see past that and fight off the fear of that differences that are here. Interesting. So this is how I'm going to do this. A stack of message cards here, and I'm going to use them to pull your person's and yours thoughts, feelings, and actions with these, and then we're going to get some tarot to see what we're missing. Okay, so what are your thoughts right now towards your person? Let's pile two. Let's pile two's thoughts towards their person. Why not? Just give me all of them. There you go. So we have 4 here. I thought we only had 3, but there's 2 shadow cards. So let's focus on that first. Your body language says so much, and I'm so different now. I am different now. Now, these are shadow cards, and if you haven't seen these before, let me kind of explain. The dark cards are where if you would say something to somebody, it's coming through their shadow self. So it can come across, you're hitting on something in that person that is their shadow, so an insecurity or a part of them that's not been fully healed in some kind of way, and it comes out in a not a great way. So it's coming through more in a fearful or devilish kind of energy than it would be in a light kind of aspect, right? So that's what's kind of I'm seeing here. So when you see these black cards, you're filtering everything through that fear. So we have I am different now. So this person may kind of feel like they're trying to emphasize, or if this is you, you may feel like you're trying to emphasize that you have changed, or you're not necessarily the same person that you were, and you see things kind of in a different way, or your body language says so much. It's like you're kind of reading this person in a way to where you're analyzing their every move, and that's, it's because of you're fearful of what this person may possibly be hiding from you. So you're kind of trying to analyze everything that they maybe, just not only say, but also that they do. So that tells you how fearful you are, of what's going on here, which I'm not surprised. You have the moon energy. I compare you to others. So that's another part of that fear that's there. But you could just find yourself comparing this person to everybody else that you've been with. And that might be, this person may be someone that's hard to compare others to in that kind of way. We have go slow, take time to get to know each other. So your thought process here is that, I mean, you're walking on shaky ground because there's a little bit of pride, I feel like, that's kind of been pushed here in some kind of way when it comes to this person, whatever the cause of that was. They've kind of stepped on you a little bit in some kind of way that's made you feel like you need to kind of bring that part out, you know, it kind of hurt. But this go slow is I mean, that's just showing me that you're trying to see things in a different point of view, and you're trying to take things slow here with this person to get to know this person, because maybe there's some things here that you didn't see before, and now you got that new perspective, so you're trying to you want to kind of see it. It's not like this person's shadows are kind of making you run off. You know what I mean? Okay, so let's see what's in your heart space. What would you say to this person? You could say anything. I'm becoming a better person. Yeah, I'm different now. I'm becoming a better person. So there's emphasis on what it is that you feel like is best for you here, because you're trying to make a difference in yourself. I replay our conversations over and over, and that's what I was talking about you analyzing this person and what they say and the way their body movements are. I'm sorry. So in your heart, there's a emphasis of remorsefulness that's here, and that's part of you being able to see things in a different kind of way. Maybe you had a hard time with seeing this person's perspective or seeing this person's understanding, and you have this remorsefulness on your heart where you feel like you want to give this person another chance, or you want to be able to be the bigger person here, be the better person, and you've kind of reanalyzed this enough to where you feel like you know this person well enough to know that they're not here to kind of hurt you in any kind of way, and maybe they were playing out part of their own shadows on you to some extent, right? So what is the actions here for, well, you got a shadow card. I don't trust you. So part of your actions here is that, you know, you feel as if you can't fully trust this person in a way of being completely vulnerable with them because of this energy that they're in with back off. So I'm kind of anxious to see what their energy is going to be like. What else? This is also a shadow card, I have to point out. So it is kind of filtered through that fear that you have. So you may be someone that just doesn't trust anyone anyways. You may have a hard time trusting others, and that shadow that's there could come across in, you know, all kinds of wounds that you carry with you, where you don't feel like you've made the best decisions in trusting individuals in the past, and so that still kind of sits with you. So when you don't trust someone else, it always comes back to you. And I'll explain what I mean. You should know intuitively, you should be able to pick up on and not have to question, really, if you trust someone or not. Now, there are circumstances that happen to where you feel like you trusted someone and it didn't work out, and that might be something that you're holding on to. But you have to be able to love yourself enough and go through that journey to where you're more in tuned with yourself and who you feel intuitively and internally that you can trust and you cannot trust. And there's something about this person, and the reason I'm pointing this out is because there's something here that you feel, with that being filtered through that fear, that there's something here with this person you feel like is trustworthy. You feel like is, because you're trusting their nature versus their nurture versus their nature, you know? You're trusting how this person is as a person versus their impulses or their more primal kind of character, and that's part of their shadow. Okay, we'll take that. I have too much to lose. So part of your actions in this is saying that you have you have too much to lose here, and that's why you're kind of moving forward, or you're acting in the way that you're acting towards this person. Especially with, I fantasize about you and I love you just came out. Especially with you not trusting this person. If you don't trust somebody, then you feel like you can't give yourself to that person or be vulnerable with that person. And if you feel like you could lose something by that with this person, then you're not going to even go there, right? So I fantasize about you, which is scary. I think that this makes you nervous. I think that this scares you. I think that this brings on fear because of the intensity or the feeling that you feel with this person. Because this is a shadow card, so I fantasize about you is coming in a way of where it's filtered through this moon. So it can make you kind of read into that in a way where you're searching for those shadow sides of that, like why this is doesn't feel good when you feel like someone else has control over you in that sense, or when you feel like anyone else feels like they have some kind of possessive kind of energy there without even doing anything. It's just because that connection's so intense, makes you feel out of control, and then it's filtered through fear. But then you have I love you. So it all comes back to that, right? It all comes back to, no matter what it is that you kind of analyze or figure out or think about or trust or don't trust or yourself or replay, whatever that's going on here, you still come back to I love you, which is part of your actions. So you still care about this person regardless of all this other stuff, and that's why you find yourself reconnecting in the way that you do. Interesting. So what would this person say to you? Before I forget, guys, I do these readings these private readings. They're on my community page. I'm going to post a new update of that, pricing and all, when I post this reading. So if you don't see it, I'll try to leave the link for that, to how to get to my community page. You get to it by going to my home page on YouTube, and then there's a tab next to the playlist tab that says community. Click on that, and then everything I post on there will be there. So if you're interested in a reading like this. Okay, so what's your person's, pile 2, what's your person's pile 2, what is your person's, what are they thinking about you right now, pile 2? That came right out. I wish that you would come back. I lied to you. I don't know why I felt the need to take that one, but I did. So filtered through fear. There's something that this person felt like they couldn't be completely honest with you about. It could have something to do with healing, something that they said that they were kind of healed over, or they have gotten over. Maybe they weren't fully over that. It could have something to do with you in a past, if you have that past, very much of a deep past with this person. There could be something, if there's something happened between the two of you before, it could be something this person still kind of feels like hurtful feelings about, and that could be what they're kind of insinuating here, filtered through that fear, is, you know, I lied to you and told you I was kind of healed past that or over that, and it turns out that maybe they weren't. And that might be something they didn't realize until they kind of had some interaction here with you, right? It's like, you know when you think you're like done or over a situation, but then you get confronted with that person, or something comes up and it's like resurfaces everything again, and you're like, I'm not over it. I'm not as healed about this as I thought I was. That's the energy I'm feeling here. So what about their heart space? Well, that was fast. I'm not over you. There you go. That's it. That's what I was just kind of talking about. Yeah, that's their heart. So they're still they're still hurt here. That's why they're shut off like they are. Look at that. I wish we could go back. I wish you'd come back. I wish we could go back. I'm not over you. It's like if they said that to you, for some of you, if you've been disconnected from this person, they said, I'm over you, I'm over it, I'm done, I don't want to do that anymore, whatever it is. That's not necessarily true. This person's still kind of healing past that. In their heart, it's like they wish they could go back to the way it was. Look at that. Play hard. Find time to laugh, goof off, and enjoy each other's company. This person may just want to, you know, be around you or spend time with you, or they just feel like they feel comfortable or good in your energy, and that's in their heart. So that makes their heart, being around you makes it feels good in their heart space. And that's something I think that might be really hard for this person to let go of. Keep in mind, we do get tarot with this, so I'll get more in depth about some of these cards when we do that. What about their actions? What are pile two's person's actions towards them? I'm starting to understand our connection. So this person's, it feels like they're not happy about that though. They're starting to understand more how this connection works for them, or how this connection is, how it's going to be, or I hope you're happy. Yeah, filtered through fear, filtered through the moon. So I don't think they necessarily like that. I don't think that it's like, I hope you're happy, you know, like, but the way that I'm feeling is more like, well, I hope you're happy, you know, I hope that, you know, when somebody leaves and they tell you, I hope whatever decision that you make, you're happy with that decision. All I want is for you to be happy. But still you feel like there's a little bit underneath them that's kind of still hurt or still upset. That's what I'm feeling. With all these wishful cards of wanting to go back in the past, you know. Can I have one more for their actions? Yeah, I figured that would come out because I saw it twice. So this relationship deserves a second chance. This person feels like the relationship here with you deserves another go, or deserves to be able to kind of work through things. They feel as if that's something that they just kind of want, I guess, with second chance being there. Or maybe if you're distant from this person, it's something that they just think about, you know, if there was ever a second chance with you, that they would probably take that, it being in their actions. This could be something that for some of you, this person's even thinking about, that they feel like they understand you better than they did before. Yeah, I'd say they're thinking about that. You have that Knight of Wands. Yes, I have the Five of Swords in reverse. So that's a card of making amends. So this person wants to quickly make amends here with you, you know. Come in kind of fast and heal things. That's what they're thinking about. What else? These are flying right out over here. The Nine of Pentacles. So this is a single kind of card. It's about, you know, closing the gap, or slowly creating some sort of independence for themselves or abundance for themselves away from this connection. For some of you, that's what they're trying to kind of do, and part of that is healing this connection with that Five of Swords being in reverse there, right next to that. This is someone that wants to come in quickly and kind of express themselves or heal things, so that they can feel right again here with this Nine of Pentacles. They want things to be restored here. They want to feel the abundance of this connection right on top of that play hard energy there. It's like this person quickly wants to come back. This is like this is like when you get in a fight with your spouse or whatever, and you're just like, you know, you say words and stuff, and then it just hurts you so bad. You just, and 5 minutes later, you're like, I'm sorry. It hurts so bad, you want to fix it as fast as you can. and get back to feeling good. And that's what this Nine of Pentacles is. Get back to feeling grounded is where this person's at. Why is the Nine of Wands here? The Five of Wands. So this is this back off energy that we talked about here as well. So the Five of Wands is someone that's saying, you know, we have differences here. There's differences here about, and we just need to kind of say, this is your way and this is my way, but it may not be the same. And I felt that overall in this whole entire reading. And this is part of what this person's kind of moving towards. It's just the fact that the two of you may see things differently. And they're still in this energy of defending that, by the way. Why is the Five of Swords here? If you've been trying to kind of... Five of Swords in reverse. I'm going to wait to say that before I get to your energy here. You have the Three of Swords. This is somebody that's hurting bad. And they want to fix that as fast as they can. The Three of Swords is heartbreak and separation. And the Five of Swords in reverse is somebody that wants to make amends after conflict. This is someone that's hurting. And they want to fix this pain. Why is the Nine of Pentacles here? Justice. They want to bring things back into balance here with you. This person, for some of you, may feel as if they're waiting to get to a point to where they're grounded. If you're distant from this person and they're going through things mentally right now in their own life, aside from you, they're trying to rebalance themselves. They're trying to regain their strength and regain their own independence and find their own solid footing where they feel very comfortable and safe, so that they can have an opportunity to reconnect with you or to mend things and fix things here. But they can't kind of be in that place until they get to this solid place for themselves. This is someone that's not going to come to you until they feel like they feel grounded enough that they can do that. But they definitely, no matter the situation, they definitely want to bring justice here in this connection. They see the abundance that this could bring and the stability, and this is a card of enjoying that. It's the Eight of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles. So you go from the Eight, which is that heavy work that you've done. You put in all that effort. The Nine is where you get to enjoy it. You get to have the fruition of that. You get to be free and have that independence and abundance and live with that. And this is what this person wants here in this connection. They want to be able to, they want to be able to play. They have this here. Find time to laugh, goof off, and enjoy each other. They want to get back to this. Okay. Their bottom of the deck is the Queen of Cups. So there you go. The Queen of Cups is Cancer energy. The Hanged Man is in reverse under that. And the Six of Pentacles in reverse with the Ten of Cups in reverse. Yeah, they don't have any of that. They're done with that. They feel like they've lost what it is that they felt like they had with you emotionally with that Ten of Cups. Could be a dream that is just not going to happen. The Six of Pentacles is in reverse is someone that's just not willing to give into that, not willing to offer the same thing. This is this whole overall energy that they're recognizing. The two of you just don't want the same things or don't see the same things. And their Hangman is in reverse here. Because they're going from that hangman, they're done off the tree. They've been on that tree and seeing a different perspective, and they're off the tree now, and they're ready to give love and support here with this Queen of Cups, this Cancer energy. So I feel it is the nurturer, the empath, it's the listener, it's that's the energy they want to bring to you in this connection now. It was very fast moving paced energy that I'm seeing here. Okay, so let's look at your side. This person has an understanding of what will work and won't work for them as far as needing to find balance in that. But there's certain things that this person aren't going to give into. And it has something to do with their stability and how they kind of see, I feel like, who they are as a person, or what they feel like's right for them. They're not going to give in to a certain part of that. This is what I'm telling you. It's like someone would have a voodoo doll and somebody else would say that's witchcraft, and they would be like, back off. You know what I mean? Like, when someone kind of comes at you as far as your belief system and stuff goes, and don't go there. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm feeling with this person. There's a level of, I want to make amends here and come in with this loving energy here, but know that I'm protective over that. They're learning to set up boundaries. I think this person's learning boundaries, learning what their boundaries are. Interesting. So let's find out about you here. What about pile 1? I'm sorry guys, pile 2. I'm using the same tarot through the pile, so it gets confusing for me. Pile 2, what's pile 2's? We have the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. It's pile 2's raw energy here. The Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. Page of Wands in the reverse. You're losing something here. You feel like you're losing something here. Yep, I have too much to lose. That's right. This energy, this is all blocked. Every one of these are blocked. Why is the 8 of Pentacles in reverse? I think that there's okay, that fell right in my hand. You have the 5 of Swords in reverse too. You both have this 5 of Swords in reverse, which is a card of making amends. Yours is in reverse underneath this 8 of Pentacles. So it's something that you're sitting on and contemplating. Also, not knowing exactly, wanting to make amends, but not knowing exactly how to move forward with that. Why is the Wheel of Fortune in reverse? 5 of Pentacles. And it's right on top of that, I can lose everything. Feeling left out in the cold, because you may feel as if you've kind of lost an opportunity to be able to, oh my gosh. You feel as if you've lost an opportunity to be able to fully express this like big bear energy that you have, of this big protective, loving kind of energy that you have, that you had a missed opportunity to really be able to express this to this person, or it may have came across in the wrong way, and instead it didn't work. It didn't come out in the way that you anticipated. You know what I mean? You had an opportunity here to really kind of, I want to say, get out of the cold. Not necessarily that you were in the cold. To show yourself in a different kind of way. To show your love and supportive who you are as a person in a different kind of way. And it didn't work out. It didn't come together in the way that you wanted. Because you have the Wheel of Fortune here in reverse. It kind of backfired on you. That's when the wheel's going, but then, and something happened with that where you felt left out in the cold in a way, you know? You ended up being the one left out in the cold. And in a way that you kind of looked at that as, well, maybe that's my karma for other things. Part of that is maybe that's my karma for other things because of, I mean, it's like getting the opportunity. The Wheel of Fortune is that fortunate opportunity, that luck, that everything that's there. When it's in reverse, you've lost that, or you're losing that, and that's a part of karma that's playing out back on you from, could be past experiences that you feel. I think you're trying to analyze this in your head of reasonings, and that's how you're kind of, one of the reasons that's coming back on you. Have you ever had that feeling where you think, why is this happening to me? And you think, this is because I did X, Y, and Z. Trying to understand why something has happened in the way that it has. That's kind of what I'm feeling here. That you're living. Why is the Page of Wands in reverse? Well, my goodness. There's a lot of info here. There's a decision here about the Two of Wands. And the Ace of Cups. In the reverse. So the decision is based on this Two of Wands. So there's a lack of being able to express. This is coming back in. The Ace of Cups is in reverse. So there's a lack of being able to express how you feel about this person in the way that brings harmony and peace to a situation. There's also, you're sitting here at this. You could be sitting in a position to where you're trying to figure out if you want to express yourself or not to this person. And you're not sure how to do that. I'm going to have to pull some more cards here to figure that out. Why is the Four of Wands in reverse? The High Priestess. There's that High Priestess energy. So this inner kind of knowing represents the wolf here too, which we just had that wolf full moon. That could have highlighted some things for you, that wolf full moon that we just had a few days ago. It could have highlighted some inner wisdom or knowing with this Hanged Man being here as well, and you see clearly. Possibly some decisions that you've made about communicating things and how that's kind of played out and came back on you. And, you know, the Four of Wands in reverse is a lost union, right? It's disharmony, things not coming together in the way that you wanted. And we just talked about that. And you have this kind of understanding that things quite didn't come together in the way that you anticipated. And how that's kind of affected you. And I think there's an unsureness if you want to kind of communicate that or not. Why is the Ace of Cups in reverse? Page of Pentacles. You know, it's interesting that the Ace of Cups is sitting right on top of I love you card, but it's in reverse. Then you have that Page of Pentacles sitting there. Which these are conflicting anyways. You have this opportunity that's here with the ace, but it's in reverse. And then you have the page, which is a new start. But this could also represent an apology as well. I feel like there's some indication here of you making a decision if you want to kind of communicate with this person what you are going to communicate and not really knowing quite yet what that is. If you want to communicate this inner knowing that this is not going to be a coming together, or there's not going to be kind of harmony that takes place here, or it's not going to fit, you know, it's not going to work with that 4 of Wands in reverse. Or if you're going to communicate starting something here without there being kind of emotions involved. Can you give me more for the Page of Pentacles, please? And the Ace of Cups in reverse. The Devil. The Nine of Pentacles. You both have the Nine of Pentacles. You are both in this abundance, playful kind of space. There's something else here. That you're holding within about the way you feel about this connection. You're trying to decide what move you want to make with this person. If this is something that you should leave alone, or if this is something that you should kind of continue. Oh, that's interesting. Bottom of the deck, oh, the Ten of Swords. So there's definitely been some pain caused here. And possible ending as well. Oh, yeah, okay. The Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, something did not go according to plan here. You had an opportunity here to, with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, you had this opportunity, but whatever it was that you were working on or intending to kind of come together did not plan out in the way that you wanted. With that Seven of Pentacles in reverse is someone that sat there and worked really hard on whatever it is, and then it just did not, there's no kind of long-term view or investment, or you worked on something that didn't play out. You know, you didn't get any kind of return on it in some kind of way. And you have Justice here. So trying to bring in balance because of that is something that's here. The Knight of Wands, which your person has. You have a lot of the same kind of energies. The Knight of Wands is someone that's coming in and wanting to kind of, maybe you came in kind of too fast about things. Or too kind of fired up about things in some kind of way. And it caused this Knight of Swords in reverse, which is a harsh communication or lack of communication or dishonesty. Not being able to, when you come in this Knight of Wands, and that's fire energy, right? And then you have this Ace of Swords that's on top of that in reverse. You're coming in with a lot of fire, but logically it's not coming together right with your communication or your thoughts. They aren't making sense. So the Ten of Swords is here because that's what happens, you know, is that Ten of Swords takes place because of that. Have you heard that song, I had the best intentions? It's oh gosh, Holly, I always get songs and I'm telling you I cannot tell you the name though. Trace, I had the best of intentions. I'm gonna have to look that up, guys. I had the best of intentions. Give me just a second. I'm gonna look it up. Okay, so I'm going to put the name of the song somewhere, but it's Best of Intentions by Travis Trent, which is an extremely old song, but it just popped in my head, and I have to read y'all some of these lyrics, okay? It says, I had the plans for our future. Sad I'd give you the whole world. Said I'd give you the whole world somehow. I tried making good on that promise. Thought I'd be so much further by now. Oh man, this is hard, not coming out right. Ooh. Never could build you a castle, even though you're the queen of my heart. And you have the Queen of Cups here, guys. Holy freaking cow. Now some people think I'm a loser because I seldom get things right. But you make me feel like a winner when you wrap me in your arms so tight. This can make me cry. Please tell me please tell me you will remember, no matter how much I do wrong, that I had the best of intentions all along. I gave you a ring and promised you things I always thought we'd do, but my best laid plans slipped right through my hands to show my love for you. And if you could read my heart, then you'd know without expectation it was all with the best of intentions. Wow. That's direct help from Spirit, because this is exactly what I'm feeling over here with you. I think what you anticipated or what you really wanted with this person didn't play out in the way that you really wanted it to, and instead it caused this Ten of Swords, which is this painful ending. So let's get some, whew, man, guys, that one kind of took me back. I'm going to get some of these other cards to see what's shifting here, okay? And then we'll get some future energies and advice. Man, whew. I've been getting a lot of music lyrics lately, a lot of songs lately. I really love music. I resonate so much with I mean, I love music. I grew up with music. My mom sang, so I literally grew up in listening to her. So I love it when songs come through. Okay, so let's see what the shifting energy is for you right now. What's shifting for Paul too? Okay, well that kind of was weird the way it came out. We have Little Red Riding Hood. I am not a victim, number 3. Oh, there's a hidden card back there, guys, that's stuck to it. Dragonfly Mermaid, you've attracted wonderful news, the number 19. There's something hidden here that you're unaware of. Some kind of, the sun is number 19, so you may have some kind of success or some kind of hidden, like there's some good stuff that's here, okay, that I think is behind you that you can't see. And I think right now you're fighting through this kind of, this energy here. You have that wolf here again. But I'm not a victim. So the number 3 is that Empress energy. It's also about creating something, you know, birthing something new. And I think with you facing this fear and being able to walk through those woods and have that loyalty to yourself in a certain kind of way, and expressing that you aren't a victim, but you maybe have played a role as well, and kind of owning up to that and having justice take place of that, is something that can help bring in the sun energy. You've attracted wonderful news. So basically what it's saying here is you being able to get past the moon, seeing things in a different perspective, is leading you into a good place. And, you know, you'll be rewarded for that. You know, Spirit, if you can work through those issues and work through your own shadows in that kind of way, and make it out to the other end, you know, you're going to have good things come from that. You're going to have growth and experience good things from that. You are unlike anyone else. Your contradictions and complexities are interesting. Number 35. Yeah, there's a build here with you guys. I have to say this real quick before I go on to this, your person's here. Mental build, there's a mental build or a mental capacity that Spirit's trying to get you to or reach you to, where you could play out your purpose in the way that you're meant to. And it takes seeing things in a new perspective to really be able to play out that purpose, to really be able to get past those obstacles. To know that you aren't the victim, but recognize the fact that that kind of stuff is inside of you, and to know yourself in that darker kind of way of who you are, know your shadows, and see your demons and face your demons and challenge them. Being able to kind of go through that is really important here for you. And every time you kind of reach that hurdle and you feel that power, empowering yourself kind of energy coming back in, it's going to create something new and expansion for you. You can't expand internally on the inside without it happening on the outside of yourself. You know, what you see is what you believe. So if you believe in yourself and you have this power of things in a different kind of way, then it's going to play out externally as well. Let's see what your person's shifting energy is. For call 2, what's their person's shifting energy? Whoa. Whoa. We have Dragonling, Garden, not Guardian. A new world is born, number 45. Took me forever to get that out. So animals might be important to your person here. They could be seeing a lot of synchronicities. They're also kind of, I feel like they're going to go through this period to where they kind of nurture things that are close to them, or go through a period where they're nurturing things around them. She's in this kind of cave-like space, but she's happy there. You have all these green here with this garden. I think that this is kind of very high, Empress-y kind of energy. A new world is born, though. 45. 4 is stability, and 5 is change. I think this person's could be changing the world around them, or how they see things around them, especially close connections or companions that you have around here. They could be reconnecting themselves with spirit, with divine, in a grounded way, in a more stable way. I feel like this person's going to go through kind of a rebirth here, okay? I think they're going to kind of go through an internal kind of rebirth of what they want and what they want to create for themselves in their life. I'm going to get a connecting energy for this shift. Connecting, shifting energy for call 2. We have Snake Princess. The serpent path to power. Guys, this is what I just got done talking about, that power. So let's talk about this for a second. Normally we see Eve here holding this, the snakes that's there with that temptation. You think evil. Evil energies. This is kind of representing that devil, this moon. This is representing those fears, okay? Anytime you see any kind of representation of the devil energy, it's about what are you using to play out experiences in your life to achieve power for yourself in this life. So are you using fear to make decisions, to keep you stuck? You know, this energy here, the stuck energy. How are you seeing the outside world that's keeping you limited within your own power? This is what's shifting here in this connection. Being able to, this person could be somebody that helps you to be able to recognize these things within yourself where you maybe didn't see them before, or haven't seen them before with someone else. And you know, you have that you could do that same thing with this person. You have 42 here, which is, you know, 6 is the Lovers in Tarot, so it could come from this connection. And 4 is the stability, and then 2 is finding balance within that. So finding balance and stability and security within yourselves because of this connection. So finding your own power. as a result of connecting with this person through the pain, through heartbreak, through suffering, through loss, because of the significance and the depths of the attraction that you feel with this person. Not just the physical attraction, but the soul attraction that you feel. My gosh, I have had all these readings I've been doing lately. There has been heavy soulmate energy coming through, guys. Which I'm not surprised, really. I mean, I think that in the collective right now, everything's kind of either coming together or apart for all of us. We're in retrograde, so we're learning something right now. Most of us are all kind of learning something about our past or about who we are, and those shadow stuff is going to come back around, and that's what I'm reading. You have the number 18 here, which is when we get out of retrograde, by the way. And this is a timeless reading, but we're right here in January, so 2023. So let's see what the future energies hold here. Now, these can shift and change. That's just part of tarot. You're only really looking at a snapshot of the current energies, so these could shift at any time. Even though they are timeless, whenever you're hearing this reading or seeing this, it's the time for you, right? You're meant to see that. So this is about 3 to 6 months window is how far I'm looking into, okay? Future energies for Pile 2 Spirit. Possible future energies. Reconciliation. Yeah, this came out in Pile 1. Possible future energies. Control. Possible future energies. And commitment. Possible future energies. One more. Safe. This is about you. I feel like, and hope is at the bottom of the deck, which I feel like is also very important. And family. And family is, you know, the conflict is resolved, the healing has begun. And I think that there's hope here between the two of you, and that's what's kind of will bring you back together eventually, you know. You have this reconciliation, so healing a past connection, plus controlling. So asserting yourself and taking charge of your own destiny, I think, is where the power that comes together that you're realizing here. It's the power of this whole entire connection, right? And then this agreed upon mutual union between lovers. There's some sort of agreement that the two of you are going to come into where you have a safe space with one another to be able to connect with each other. And for those of you that are in disconnect from this person, there's a chance that you may reconcile with this person and develop a relationship where you feel like you have this safe place. But for others of you, this is about that you are connecting with this person, or even still then, if you are separated, it's about you really mentally being able to find that safe place with this connection and how things have kind of went with this connection, so that you can commit to yourself and take control of your own future. So you know when it's safe to love and when it's not, in that kind of way. And this is part of those boundaries that I talked about with your person in the current energy of learning. Okay, I'm going to get an overall message advice for you and your person, and then we'll get a postcard and close, okay? I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted. So Pile 2, what is their overall message from Spirit? Advice from Spirit, Pile 2. It came out right out, didn't it? Inspire passion. What about Pile 2's person? What's their advice moving forward? Okay, a father's love. There could be some kind of father wound that this person is experiencing or kind of going through, or that is resurfacing for them, and boundaries when it comes to that may be really important, or lack of that, not having that, could be also part of this, and how that's kind of resurfacing. Inspired passion. Life devoid of passion can be boring, uninspired, blank canvas that slowly drains the soul. Now is a time to regulate your passions and rejoin life. This is an opportunity to set new goals, which will in turn reconnect you with all that is sacred. Passion is sacred. And think about that when you think about being inspired. So when you think about this person, if you're feeling those, like that passionate kind of energy, use that as inspiration. Use that passion that you feel as inspiration. Have you ever gotten into like a connection with someone and the passion was just amazing and it made you kind of feel like you could be more creative in your life in some kind of way? Like you really could, your imagination is like on a whole different level to some extent in some way, you know, and you can really kind of use that. It's that sacral chakra kind of stuff, right? And use that to kind of really excel and find your power and control. That's there. So father's love. A father's love for his son or daughter never dies. The strength gained from such love is often unquantifiable, in that it can be trapped into any time for whatever reason. Whether your father is still here or has passed, a father's love is one of the strongest bonds any of us will ever experience. Either your person lacks this strong bond or they've lost this strong bond. And I think that it's something that affects them when it comes to love and when it comes to romantic relationships. And it's something that they need to kind of work on, or need to kind of look at. And they may have to like go back and kind of do some healing there. You have forgiveness at the bottom of the deck, which I think is actually kind of important, so I'm going to read it. Holding on to the resentment and anger is preventing or even suffocating your spiritual growth. Resentment is one of the strongest and most damaging of human emotions. The act of forgiveness in its own right is equally incredibly powerful, and it has the capacity to heal and transform. I think that's important here. Okay, let's get a postcard from Spirit and we'll get some initials close. Long readings today. I know. Felt the need that we needed one of these. I haven't put your person kind of energy out there in a while. Pile 2, please. Postcard from Pile 2. Postcard from Spirit. Well, I'm going to take this one. And this one. Because I can't not. And they're in my ear. Okay. You are magic. Okay, let's try that again. I had to stop because this card for some reason is just making me feel heavy. Dearest you. We know everything in the universe is perfect, even in its flaws. And we view the creations of spirit in total awe. All is unique, yet part of the unity of existence. But the human experience is a little different from ours. You tend to have a specific standard for what you consider ideal, and this isn't serving you right now. So forget your idea of perfection and see through our eyes, allowing things to be as they are without judgment. Don't wait until a perfect moment or mood to start something. Instead, enter life with all its flawlessness. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. Let others be who they are to you, imperfect and human, complex and simple, or simple. It doesn't matter, for there is always something to discover, experience, and love. When you drop the need for an ideal, you uncover the real treasure, which will be far more interesting and valuable. Loving you like crazy. So that's pretty relevant, I feel like, for you guys. Okay, so your persons. Live your dreams. Here we go. Dear you, human beings spend a huge percentage of life asleep, not just in bed, but the kind where you forget that you are a spiritual, immortal being taking on a temporary human form. It's not your fault. Everyone suffers from spiritual amnesia every once in a while. As you develop an identity, an ego, you begin to see through the eyes of a small self and have less connection to your soul self. You may not recognize that this is going on, but you sure can feel it. We're here to remind you to look through your soul's eyes and see the magic is everywhere. Infinite potential lies in spirit, who is teaming with you to fulfill the contract that you made to contribute to the evolution of the whole world. Wake up and remember that all the help that you need is orchestrated in the invisible realms. Your mind in alignment with divine intelligence is unstoppable. The world is yours to co-create. You are so loved and we are all behind you. This is a heavy influence for your person, that there is a divine connection for them here. And to remember to always kind of connect to the divine. So if you feel like this is more your energy, so you're aware of this, they're wanting you to understand to kind of not put so much of that burden on you when it comes to going through certain experiences, but to remember that you always have them here backing you. You have to call on them in order to gain their help. You know, you have to be able to, I mean, they're going to help you, but you have to remember to always know that they're there and call on them. Otherwise, you miss everything. So if you're not connected in that kind of way, you miss the signs, you miss the things, you miss those things. They're not going to come down here and say, okay, so this is what we're going to do. Like my friend Joy says, I've heard her say this. You know, they're not going to send you an email and tell you everything that you need to do. I mean, it would be so much easier, but it's not going to happen. They're going to send you signs. They're going to send you epiphanies, synchronicities that are going to help you along the way. You have to look for those. It's the magic invisible world. And, you know, they want to be able to help you and align with this divine intelligence that you could possibly carry, and know that that's there and that they're backing you, you know? They just want you to remember that they're there. That's all. Okay. Now I got that out. Not my little rant. That would be better if they could just, you know, just send us an email. We have surrender. So surrender energy, needing to surrender. Judgment separates. And then we saw that in your card here about placing judgment at the door, right? Breathe. Wake up. Follow my knowing. That's part of this here. It keeps coming up. If you should follow that inner knowing, or if you shouldn't, and they're asking you to surrender here to that. Gratitude. Is it true? And understanding. There's an understanding that needs to happen here between the two of you, what's true and what's not for you. That maybe you have different beliefs on that, you know, of what has happened here, what you should believe. We have STAAR, so there's star energy here, so that's cool. Aquarius energy, also this star, so we're talking about that wish that you want. Don't be afraid to kind of wish for what it is that you want. That's how you end up manifesting, right? So we have 4 and 2 again. So there's the lovers, number 6, and then 4 is the stability, 2 is the balance that we keep talking about. So we have X, T, Q, E, G, C, and then you have, almost said G, X, so sitting, or the crossroads here. We have R, T, J, U, T, chest relax, F, I, V, E, S. Pay attention to what is feeding your soul. I think that's important. So those outside influences, whatever that is, that's feeding your soul. We also have loves here. Well, no, that's not an L, that's an I, but still. True. What is true? What is true is significant. Maybe just straight up ask that, you know. June is here, maybe significant to somebody. Also, 42 or 24. I heard seed. So where is it that you want to plant your seed? You know, where is it that you want to build or create? Even though the D's not here. So I'm going to hold these up so y'all can see on my dog. I don't know if y'all could hear her moaning. She's getting tired of me talking. I'm going to go. We also have start. So you have that Ten of Swords, which is the ending of a cycle and then a starting of a new one. 10 is also in the bowl. T-E-N. So there you go. So here you go, guys. That's the long reading. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for being here, guys. Thanks for all your love, all your support, all your kindness. If y'all ever want a personal reading like this from me, description box will have information on that. And thanks for being here, guys. I hope to see you soon. Hey, pile 3. So if you chose the 2 wolves and then the 3 mountains here, so obstacles with these mountains, reaching peaking points here is something that I'm seeing. There's clouds here as well, so maybe some cloudiness that goes into that. This cold energy is kind of overall, but it's not necessarily that you're upset with this cold energy. So being that these 2 are laughing, you and this person could kind of find each other as being somewhat of a isolated kind of, like it's just the 2 of you, you know what I mean? Like if you feel left out in the cold or out in the cold, it's just still just the 2 of you that are there. So you're not like alone. There's loyalty here with the wolves. Also the blue scarf that's here, someone may be kind of in a more protective state of kind of how they communicate or what they communicate. That's something that I'm seeing here. But there's a heavy, playful kind of soulmate energy that I'm feeling from this. There could be obstacles here with mountains. You always see them as kind of obstacles, overcoming obstacles. You may feel as if you and this person have obstacles to overcome, or this is something that you have done with one another, or you know that you've done that and there's still more to go, but you've kind of both made it through these hurdles here in this energy of still being really connected to one another and still being happy around one another. If this is someone new, it's that same kind of energy as you feel as if this is someone that you can really kind of climb mountains with, you know what I mean? This is someone that you trust, as far as you just feel like that you could go the distance with this person. Interesting. Okay. So let's get some oracle cards to start, or not, yeah, oracle cards. Let's go with that. These are the shadow and light oracles. So we're going to get an overall energy for you, overall energy for your person. Then we'll get message cards, and that's how I'm going to do this reading. So I use message cards to find your thoughts, feelings, and actions for one another, and then we'll put tarot on top of that. And then it's kind of a different way to read. It's kind of a different kind of spread, but it kind of comes out in a conversation, and I always think that's kind of neat, to see how each other is feeling, right? And then we'll get some overall energies, future energies, and advice. Long reading, of course. I don't do short readings, apparently. So let's see what your overall energy is, pile 3, for your person here. Pile 3's overall energy. Whoa, come back here. So we have number 2, Fairy of the Divine Hand, intoxication, distorted view, and overindulgence. So this could be part of this, right? You may be kind of in this place to where you feel like you're overindulging, or there could be something that's behind you kind of creeping in on this, making you feel like you're overindulging in some kind of way. But it's intoxicating. The relationship I feel like you have with this person is intoxicating. You could may feel like this person maybe has a distorted view of things, or overindulges in things, but you're starting to kind of figure out a balance with that being the number 2. I think that, here you have the scarf around this one's neck, and now here you have the blue eye. So it's almost like there's things that you're keeping to yourself here. So I think that you're still trying to figure this person out fully, but you do see that there is, it's like when you're with this person, or when you're connected to this person, you're seeing things through the divine hand. And that's something I think is kind of addicting. It's the way this person may see life itself or just see things is something that you feel like is kind of addicting to you. Is indulgence. The way that they see things is very kind of maybe really in depth, or it's just really indulged in some kind of way. Does that make sense? Yes? Okay. I don't know why I always ask that, like you're gonna respond. But you may feel like at times they have a distorted view about things. But I think you're trying to understand that. I think you're trying to figure that out with this person. But there is kind of this energy of someone here. I have to point this out. Okay, so this is a Pacific message. This may only resonate for a few of you, but there may actually be someone close to you that is making you look at this person in a different way. So this is kind of a darker energy that I'm feeling here, a sneaky kind of energy. You could have, if for those of you that are very spiritual or believe in this, you could have like a dark kind of energy that's attached to you or connected to you. So I would recommend some spirit release therapy or something to that nature that could be kind of making you see things in a different way. There's something about this person, because you have a halo here too on the other person. This person is somehow helping you to see things in a better way, a lighter way or clearer way. You have the light eye and the dark eye. And for some of you, this here is making me nervous. I'm not going to lie. I don't like this energy that I'm feeling right here. So this could be someone physically that's around you that may be of a more low vibrational kind of energy. And I hate saying that. I feel like that's kind of rude, to be honest with you. But because, everybody's kind of on a different level of how they see things and everything else. But there's someone here that's very kind of surface level energy here, that could be kind of distorting your view and keeping you from being able to really find your inner balance. Like there's someone that, let's just say for instance, you have a good friend. Had this happen to me. So when you're in a connection, you're feeling good about things and everything else, and then you're talking to your friend about it, and your friend points out red flags. But really, it's someone that you probably shouldn't be listening to begin with, because they can't even see their own stuff, in that kind of way. And I'm not saying that some people can't point out things you're not seeing. I'm saying that sometimes people point out things that put us in a state of illusion and fear. And you have to know the difference to be able to know yourself and kind of brush it off, or to really consider it. And I think that you may be struggling with this with someone here that's around you. But for some of you, this is just kind of a dark entity here that's attached to you in some kind of way. So seriously, guys, I would do some like clearing and grounding to kind of get that energy away from you. This person really makes you look at things in a different way. And there's a sense of peace with that. So I don't know if this person's they make you see things in a way that brings you kind of peace, whereas you may feel anxious. They help kind of ground you in that way of seeing something in a better way. I just keep feeling like a better way, like there's a better way of seeing things. And sometimes maybe you get kind of caught up in your head about that. Okay. So let's see about what, I just had this. Oh my gosh, guys, I just got this huge, like overwhelming sense of desire, of, not like that kind of desire, but like a intensity, like a heavy intensity, heavy desire and intensity. Like overwhelmingly. It's this overindulgence. Something about this person just makes you want to just like, oh my gosh, it just feels like my chest or my heart is just gonna burst. It's like a heavy feeling of attachment to this person in a way that's almost scary. Not scary like, oh, I'm scared of that. It's like fear in a way, because that attachment's there. So that's interesting. Okay, so let's see what your person's energy is. Man, it won't go away. It's still in my chest. Let me get a drink quick. Now my ears just started ringing really loud. That might be what's so alarming to you in a way. It might be daunting in a way, the intensity that you feel with this person. Maybe kind of hard to understand, and maybe kind of daunting, especially if you are distant from this person at all. Okay. So what kind of energy is your person in? I'm gonna have to step out of that for a minute. What kind of energy is your person in? Okay, so I have to say this before I go. If you're in this kind of energy of this intensity, and it's in this kind of almost a fearful way because you feel so intense with this person, and you have any kind of darker kind of energy that's connecting to you in any kind of way, could only add to this intensity in a negative way. It can really put you into where you're seeing things through this fear of it, and not so much the enjoyment of it. There's someone on your back here, guys. I mean, we'll get some advice though. We'll see if it comes out again. I'm sure it will. Spirit has a way of repeating themselves when it's an important message. What's your person's energy? Pile 3. What's your person's energy? The Lantern Fairy, a clear solution. So this is Hermit energy, the number 24. 6 is healing, 2 is about that balance, and 4 would be this security that's here. So I feel like this person with the clear solution is trying to provide clarity for themselves with you, and understanding with you, and balancing out that feeling with this Hermit energy. There's some kind of truth in this Lantern that they feel like they carry, and it could just be that clear solution that they feel like they have. We'll get more information about that to see what that is. But they are walking away from you in some way. So this person may just feel like they have this clarity of that, some kind of balance or structure that they've created. There's a wall behind this girl. So this person may be kind of in a place to where they can keep some stuff to themselves. They don't really expose too much information to you about solutions that they have. It's 204 right now, guys. Look at that. 204, 24. Numbers in my readings are crazy. You also have 44 really technically here, which is 8, and then the 4 and 4. I think you're both kind of wanting some kind of stability, but you're still focused on balancing everything that we talked about. Your person's more focused on balancing security. So they could just be trying to... Your person's kind of mysterious, I'm not gonna lie. But that's what it is. I think that they want to be that way. I think that this person's just not showing you everything intentionally. They feel like that's kind of a solution here. They feel like that's the solution. And that's kind of maybe an understanding that they have figured out if you've been in a connection with this person, they've kind of figured out that to keep things to themselves in a certain way, or maybe to not be so outspoken. You see how she has the blue dress on, which would be the throat chakra, the blue, but that it's covered up with the green cloak here, so, or the blue, whatever that is. And so it's almost like, and that's the heart chakra. It's almost like their emotions can overcloud their communication. And so they've had to kind of hold back or pull back with that in some kind of way, or create some sort of boundary with that in some kind of way. So that's why this person, if you feel like this person is kind of quiet at times, or is not really expressive in a way, and that might be something that you struggle with this person, it's because they have this heavy hermit kind of energy where they contemplate internally before they put that out there. They have to have this clear solution to what they want to communicate versus what they feel, and they have a tendency to probably their feelings to overcrowd their communication. So that's something that they know about themselves, and something that they've felt like the solution to that would be to kind of create some sort of boundary because of that. So I don't think that this person's holding back from you if they are to hurt you, or to be manipulative, or to kind of deceive you in any kind of way. I think they're doing that because this person may have a tendency to wear their heart on their sleeve. And so they have to kind of watch their communication, because they don't want to maybe scare you off because of the intensity of this connection. But that may come across as a misunderstanding at times. What about the connecting energies for pile 3? It came right out, didn't it? Number 20, that's Judgment in tarot, and she has her true sword right there. I just heard something about Irish. Don't know what, but that just kind of reminded me of that, so I have to say it. But it's Fairy of the Highlands, it's time to be brave. Yeah, I think that you're kind of in that brave energy because you're trying to see kind of a different view of this person and understanding this person. And this person's in this brave energy because they're trying to possibly create some kind of boundary, whereas they normally wear their heart on their sleeve. But I think both of you are in this place to where you're facing your fear with Judgment. It's time to be brave. Also heard open and honest communication. That might be hard for this person because they get their emotions, like I said, tied up with their communication. That's a fear for this person. Yours would be, there's also an outside judgment here for you. So there's a third party here. For some of you, there could be a third party here on your side that you think about or worry about. It's got their eye on things, or you feel like they have their eye on you in some kind of way. It's kind of creepy. I'm not gonna lie. It's not a great kind of feeling that I'm feeling. You may have someone around you that tend to be kind of jealous. Okay. Or something to that nature. So this is how I do it. Use these huge stack of message cards, and we'll get thoughts, feelings, and actions on your side and your person's. Start with you guys. So there may be somebody that you're aware of that keeps an eye on you or spies on you or something. 222 is here as well, which I forgot to point out. It came out in pile 2 as well. Imagine that. But that means that you're in the place that you're meant to be. Just trust in what it is that you're actually wanting, and to stay connected to what it is that you're wanting, regardless of fear being here. There is heavy energy here of this judgment on you. And it's an outside influence. Okay, keep going. It's very distracting. So what is the, fix that, didn't we? What is the, those eyes are freaking me out. I'm not gonna lie. Let's see what this is going to be your thoughts of how you're feeling or how you're thinking about this person currently, okay? So how are you thinking currently about this person? Pile 3, how are you? Whoa. So this is that energy I was telling you about, where you don't know exactly for sure how it is that you exactly feel. You're trying to like get out of your own head a little bit. You're so easy to see through. Your intellect arouses me. Forgiveness is here. I don't know what comes next. I don't trust you. That's that energy we talked about. Play hard. So find time to laugh, enjoy, goof off with each other, and I wish we could go back. That was a lot. So let's see if we can narrow that down a little bit. So pile 3, what are you thinking about your person here? No, I tried to do it again. Can you narrow it down to 3, please? Well, thank you. There's 2. Support and sexual, strictly sexual and support. What are you thinking about your person? That went right over there, didn't it? We don't share the same values. It's interesting. So you may feel like this connection for some of you, I mean, this is just kind of representing that intensity, but you may feel, I mean, some of you, that's here. It's just a sexual type of connection. I felt that pretty intense on your side anyways. But this supportive kind of energy that's here, and recognizing that the two of you maybe don't, you're thinking about how you don't share the same value, or you don't share the same belief in things when it comes to these energies. That's interesting. Give me one more for that. Sexual, strictly sexual. I said 1. I'm recovering in denial. Detach with love to clearly see the truth. You could feel as if either this person is kind of denying that this is strictly sexual, or you feel like, or you're denying that this is strictly sexual, but there's an energy of detaching so that you can have this understanding of that with I am recovering. So if this has been a sexual connection or passionate connection, this may be something that you're trying to detach from so that you can have a clear understanding about that. And then you have support that's here. So still wanting this kind of support here, but you don't kind of, both of you aren't sharing the same idea of what you want. I am getting friendship vibes here. So this could be someone that wants to be more than friends and you don't, or vice versa. So tell me about, what are your heart space? What does your heart space say to this person? I can't reach out. For some of you, there is seriously someone here that has their eye on you. And you feel as if you can't reach out to this person because of that, or you're afraid to, maybe even. What else would your heart, and that's in your heart space. There's a level of you detaching in some kind of way from this person intentionally. Not completely, but like you have to, maybe the connection that you feel is so intense that you have to kind of have some time away. You know, you have to like pull back a little bit. What's on their heart space for pile 3? What's on their, well, that flew right over there. Second chance. This relationship deserves a second chance. So you may be feeling in your heart that, you know, if this person was to come back around, or just in your heart, that a second chance would be an option here, you know, something that you would want. It's like your heart would call for that. Heart. Oh my gosh, I'm becoming a better person and I hope you're happy. It's funny because it's like, I hope you're happy. I'm becoming a better person because of you. You know what I mean? So this person, or you may feel as if this person's, you know, kind of treated you in a way to where you still have love for this person, but whatever they've done here is made you actually become a better person. So you're using what has transpired between the two of you to be a better person. You know, that's in your heart space. So there could be some sort of sense of heartbreak here between you and them. And you're trying to like, and there's a level of forgiveness that goes into that. We saw that as that whole stack of cards that came out. What about your actions? What does that say? Hide behind material things. What about your actions? Okay. I wish I could share my good news with you. There may be things that, I mean, there's a heavy influence of friendship here, but with this being loyal to one another in that way. But there is I can't reach out and I wish I could share my good news with you. There's something here that you wish that, you know, you could kind of collaborate or share with this person at times, but you can't get too close to this person because you're still kind of healing or still recovering from something else. But for some of you, this is a third party thing, and you wish you could kind of connect with this person on that level, but you just can't because there's somebody there. I knew exactly what I was doing. You may have this denial and sexual energy that's here with I am recovering. I mean, I think you pushed this person away. You may have had a third party thing. And third party, guys, could be anything. But you may have had a third party thing going on and you pushed this person away on purpose because of that. Of your actions. Yes, it's too late, and it came out again. I hide behind material things. It's like you don't feel like you can fully trust this person in some kind of way, so you don't. So you hide behind other things because you feel. I feel like there's a little bit of lack of security here with you, and what this person maybe kind of wants from you. There's a part of you that feels this way, like, yeah, it's too late. But this is a shadow card, so it's coming through a sense of fear. So I don't think that you feel like it's too late. I think that and there's a part of you that kind of, an ego part of you that says it's too late, you know? You may have felt like you gave this person opportunities to fix things in some kind of way, and it didn't play out, or it didn't happen as quickly as you wanted it to. And so you decided to just kind of, that was maybe kind of a sign for you, and so you kind of just decided to push this person away because of that. Like, if it doesn't work out easily, then it's not meant to work out, in a way. And it goes back to here with this person, and they're not trying to wear their heart on their sleeve with you, or this connection maybe makes them a little nervous, and you maybe felt like they weren't giving you what you wanted, and so it didn't happen fast enough or come together fast enough, so you pushed them away because of that. It made you feel kind of insecure in a way about yourself. Does that make sense? I think there's a misunderstanding here, and this judgment in reverse is part of that. I think this person may have just, I think that honestly this person maybe is just a little bit nervous about the intensity of this connection that it brings to them. Okay, let's see. So what is your person here, pile 3? What are their thoughts? What are your person's thoughts? I don't know if I should take that. We need to let each other go. I'm not going to take that because it didn't come out. It's just flipped. It's almost like they didn't want you to see that. Interesting. Maybe they feel that way, that you just need to let each other go, but they don't want to face that. 222's on the timer now, which I've already mentioned. But there it is again. Isn't that crazy? These readings have all been kind of like that with the time there. Okay. Pile 3's person, what are their thoughts for pile 3? Pile 3's person, what are their thoughts for pile 3? I find you so attractive, and I'm not over you. So, I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. Not really a whole lot you can say about that, huh? That's what they're thinking. They're thinking about the attraction that they feel towards you, that connection, and then they're thinking about how they're not over you, or how they're going to have to get over you. One more, please, for their thoughts. What are they thinking? I'm not coming back. That's a shadow card. I think this person may say that or think that, but I don't know that they necessarily feel that way. That might be something that they think about or say, so they don't get tied up in too much of an expectation here, you know? This person is trying to protect themselves. What about their heart space? What would their heart say for pile 3 to their person? Retreat. Time spent alone or in nature will help you recharge. I'm happy that it's over. So there is this energy of this person in their heart where they feel like they're kind of tired. You know, that hermit energy as well is going on that journey of, now you have this truth of things, and now you're kind of tired, and you just want to kind of retreat, and you want to kind of spend some time like in this place to where you kind of have to sit with this, how you're not over someone, but you don't think that things can come back together in the same way, you know? Can I have one more for their heart space? I don't trust you. So this person feels like they can't fully trust you, which I've already mentioned on your side. And they also feel as if in their heart, it's like they're happy that I feel like this person's done some healing, okay? And I feel like from that healing, it's helped them to be able to find a place of peace and solitude in their heart with how things are, with them a clear solution here. And I think that there's a part of them that doesn't fully trust, or there's a part of their heart that is having a hard time trusting you. And I think the reason that is because you have a lot of kind of, there's a little bit of kind of misinterpretation that's going on here. And that's why this person's kind of in this energy of not knowing fully if they can trust you. And intuitively, they may be kind of picking up on that. Like there's things that are left unsaid. You know, it says you're hiding here. So there may be some things here that are left kind of unsaid, and they can feel that. And so they're reading into that as in, I can't fully trust this person because they're not telling me everything. Okay, so what are their actions? Not that you aren't. It's just that that's the feeling that I'm feeling from your person, right? That's their, it's almost like they're not quite sure intuitively what's going on. And so that's why they're keeping to themselves in a way, trying to protect their heart space. It's like sometimes they don't know how to read you fully. You know, they don't know what you mean, or when you say something, it's kind of misunderstood. What about their actions? What are power threes? Wow, just being near you is intoxicating. So they have intoxicating on their side, you have intoxication on your side. Look at that. Isn't that crazy? You both feel that. What are their actions? What are power threes actions, person's actions? I'm not available. What are Pile 3's person's actions? Starting to understand our connection. I think that your person's, if there's a third party here for some of you, your person's in a place to where they don't want to be a part of that. If you have someone else, or if you're into that kind of thing where you have someone else, and that brings you back here. We don't share the same values. This person doesn't want to be in that same place. They're not really a part of that. They feel this connection intensity here with you, but they understand in a way the connection and what it can be and a solution to that. And if you're not available for them, then they're not available. You know what I mean? Yeah. Interesting. Play hard is the bottom of the deck. Find time to laugh, goof off, and enjoy each other. And that's here. And I won't let you down. I don't think this person wants to be disconnected from you. I think that they just don't want to be a part of the same thing that you're wanting to be a part of. That's all. Does that make sense? I know I always ask that. I don't know why. It's not like y'all can respond to me. There's the soulmate energy and the Ten of Swords. So, ending a soulmate connection may be something that's on your part. You may be kind of in a position to where you're ending a connection with someone. And that's like this person's deal. You know, I'm not going there until you end that connection. It doesn't matter what I feel for you or the intensity that I feel for you. I know what my boundaries are, and if you have someone else, then I'm not gonna be a part of that kind of thing, you know? So what do we need to know about you here? That's not gonna resonate for everybody, just so you're aware of that. something that you're putting out, I'm feeling like this person's like, I'm not available for that. I'm not doing that. I'm not available for that. You know what I mean? That feeling. So this doesn't have to be like a person third party. It could be just a idea that you have, or of the connection of what you want. It could be this strictly sexual thing. It could be many things. It could be just wanting to move somewhere and want this person to kind of move with you. You know, that it doesn't matter, just anything. Wanting to have open relationship, you know, whatever it is for you guys. It's gonna look a little different. Interesting. So tell me about what overall, Spirit, please, for call 3. What's your energy? The 10 of Wands in reverse. So there's a change that's taken place that you want, that you may be feeling like you've been carrying a weight for a while. And you have the Emperor here. So you're trying to take control over the situation and structure things better when it comes to this person. You have the 9 of Swords, so there's some anxiety behind this. And then you have this 8 of Swords in reverse, which is you trying to get past the anxiety but falling back into it. That's kind of a weird energy. So what you're wanting and what you want to express to this person in getting out of this not feeling trapped brings you anxiety. I want to let go of the things that I want to get past the fears here. I need one more card, please, for that, Spirit, with the 9 of Swords and the 8 of Swords in reverse. I said one. So we have the Queen of Pentacles. This could be a third party as well, but the Ace of Pentacles in reverse and the Hierophant in reverse. Okay, so this is someone that clearly you don't share the same vision or the same value with, but you also don't want to lose an opportunity with this person either. But guys, if you are connected with someone, this is third party energy here. It's like saying, I don't want to lose an opportunity with you because we don't share the same vision of things. This person is wanting you to be someone that's grounded in their life. They see you as someone that they feel like you're very giving, and they want to kind of be that, have that, you know, and feel that. And without that, they feel very anxious. And we talked about that here. You help them to ground them. I just switched energies, guys. So for some of you that are watching this, this may be your side, and this is your person. And for some of you, this is your side and this is your person. So just take it how it resonates. It's going back and forth for me. Now that I'm aware of that, I'm going to try to stay on it. Why is the Emperor here? Why's the Emperor here? Oh, wow. You have the King of Pentacles and the 4 of Cups. So it's almost like you're kind of in this place to where this is someone that has everything that they need, but they're still not satisfied. This is someone that it feels like a king, feels like this King of Pentacles has everything that they need here, but they're still not in a place to where they're satisfied, or they feel bored with just this. This person sees you as someone that kind of adds some, I did it again, didn't I? Sorry. So if you're here, you're seeing this person here as adding some sort of benefit to your life, or excitement to your life, or grounded, like keeping you grounded in some kind of way that you don't want to lose. This person helps to bring you stability internally. Why is the Ten of Wands in reverse? Temperance. That's it. I just got done saying exactly what this card means. This is stability, internal stability. And this Ten of Wands in reverse is you feeling as if when there needs to be a change with how you feel internally. It's like this person kind of helps support you in that. You feel at ease with this person. They bring you a sense of peace and clarity. But for some reason, there's an inability to be able to create union here with this person. And it's because you have different ideas about what you want or what you're capable of. I think there's some outside influences that play a factor there, obviously, or mountains to get past. Those are 3 mountains too, by the way, so another third party kind of thing. Bottom of the deck, the Queen of Cups in reverse with the Six of Pentacles in reverse and the moon. There's the moon. Knew I'd see it. So the Hanged Man in reverse is the Knight of Pentacles. I feel like you're trying to you're having a hard time seeing things in a different perspective. And I feel like you get trapped in the moon energy a little bit, well, maybe a lot. That's here. You don't know how you can give to this person, or this is another card of not seeing things equally, about giving and receiving. And the Queen of Cups is not being able to express your emotional self, or this person not giving to you emotionally has got you trapped in your head a little bit, because they're kind of blocking that out, right? Remember we talked about that? Huh. Interesting. So what about your person here? I didn't tell you all these, and I haven't been. I'm so sorry. I completely forgot. This is the Serious Tarot. You can get it on Etsy. And then this over here is the Animal Sacred, no. Orion's Belt Animal Tarot. Okay, so what is your person's, what do we need to know about Pile 3's person? Two of Pentacles, so they're juggling they're juggling things. The Five of Cups. Oh, see, I told you, this person's, there's disappointment here, there's sadness that's here, there's loss. Something is not what they expected it to be, and I think it may have to do with this, they're juggling like different ideas, or if they should be flexible here with you or not, and it's causing a sadness because they feel like it's just not what they expected it to be. So you have the Page of Pentacles, which is a new start, and the World. This is a new cycle that's starting. I feel like the old cycle's closing out and a new cycle's starting with this Page of Pentacles. I think this person's also trying to see like the bigger perspective of things and the stability that's there. Tell me about this Two of Pentacles. Queen of Wands in reverse. This person, this person may feel as if there's a part of them where they feel a little bit insecure about the options that they have, are juggling these ideas. They don't feel secure in making a full decision here. They may feel as if they're not strong enough. Why is the Queen of Wands here in reverse? Can I have one more? Thank you. The Five of Wands. There's differences here, guys. These are differences that y'all aren't on the same path of what you want for this connection. This is a card of respecting one another's differences. I respect your difference. I respect what you want is different from what I want. And then juggling how to kind of move past that. But you have this Five of Cups. What's the Five of Cups here? Judgment. So there's Judgment. And there's in reverse. This not being exactly what they expected it to be is causing this. It's almost like they're afraid to face it. That this could be just the truth. That this is disappointment. You know, this is loss. And this person is kind of afraid to face this loss or disappointment. And they're not facing the reality that this is what it has, how it has to be, or the way that this person is feeling about you is not the way that I feel like you fully feel about this person, or at least what it is that you can have. And I think that this person has a hard time being able to express their truth about that because they're afraid of losing you. Why is the Page of Pentacles? So that's why they're learning about boundaries. And look at that. I just talked about being afraid of losing you. You have the Tower in reverse. Guys, I'm going to be honest here, and especially if this is your energy. Six of Swords in reverse. I think that you're making a decision to stay in a place to where you're not sure exactly what choice to make, because even though it may not be exactly what you want, you're afraid to lose this person. And I think you're trying to avoid, or you're trying to change the way that you're seeing this connection in a bigger perspective. And for some of you, that's fine. For some of you, you will say, I want to kind of, see this person's point of view or their perspective and kind of see if I can do that or not. I think that's something that's there. Whether that's, I don't know what that looks for you. I feel like it's an unorthodox kind of relationship. And relationships, especially these days, a relationship is what you want it, whatever you want it to be. It doesn't have to be in this Hierophant energy, which I think is what your person's getting at. But you may not have felt that way. And now I feel like you are trying to kind of feel that way. You're trying to see it in a different kind of mindset. But I think a lot of that is focused on you not wanting to lose this person and you not wanting to have things end or change here. So that's something you need to focus on. And I'll get some advice for you about that if this is your energy. If not, then this is what your person's experiencing, The Six of Swords in reverse with this King of Wands. So there's your counterpart energy. They're both in reverse because this is not going the way that your person wanted it to go. Your King and Queen are not together here. But you do have this Knight of Wands here, which is that player kind of energy in a way, It's a double-edged sword. Look at that. That's the way this person's feeling here. If this is you, this is the way you're feeling. It's that I'm damned if I do, I'm damned if I don't kind of energy. So if I stay and do this, I'm losing something that I would want for myself. But if I don't, then I'm losing this person. It's a double-edged sword. I do feel like your bottom of the deck energy over here for your person, if this is your person's energy, it's a Six of Swords in reverse. It's them going back to something that's not emotionally good for them in a kind of way that's not really good for their emotional state. That all that is here. Oh man, I'm probably not going to get some good comments on this reading. Guys, I say it. Listen. I have a Cancer soul, right? So I have that nurturing side to me, but I have a Libra moon, so we call it out. We call it like it is. And that's the emotional part. I'm telling you what I see, exactly the way I'm seeing it. And let's just get real. I mean, there's connections that are different, and people have different ideas about that and everything, and I don't have anything against that. I think to each their own. You should be able to create whatever it is that you want. But there's definitely some abandonment kind of wounds that are coming here from your person's side that need to be addressed. Otherwise, I feel like they're going to end up back in not such a great position in a way, you know? So there needs to be like an understanding that takes place here between the two of you. And, you know, for some of you, this person wants to try something different. So they're stepping outside of their comfort zone, and maybe that feels like something that they need to do. It's going to be whatever they feel intuitively like they need to kind of do, right? And it's going to be different for everybody how they feel. Super interesting reading, guys. Okay, so I'm going to see what's shifting here in future energies. That should be able to tell us a lot. So these are the Shapeshifter Oracles. So we're going to get an overall energy for you and what's shifting for you. And for your side here, I feel like there's something that's keeping you back from being able to really kind of be in a full relationship with this person in the way that you want. I don't feel like you're just kind of like this. I feel like this is something that you can't have fully, but you don't want to let go of either. So it's almost like that's where your understanding comes into play with things. Right? You're both taking a chance here. That's why it says it's time to be brave. Judgment, facing judgment. You're both taking a risk. You're both taking a risk of getting hurt. I mean, that's just kind of that's what relationships are. That's what love is. But there's a risk of attachment and there's a risk of loss. Right? Okay, so I don't know why I keep saying right. So I have it. Okay, so what is shifting for you, pile 3? Came right out. Deep, dark sea mermaid. Find solutions in the unknown places in the darkness, number 16. So 16 is a tower. And it's funny because your person has a clear solution here. So it's like you're giving this person this idea or thought or something to think about. And they're on this, taking this truth, this lantern, moving away from you, retreating in their heart space to really think about it and see how they feel about that. Right? You're trying to find solutions in unknown places, is what it says, in the darkness. So you may feel like there's some darkness about what you're experiencing with this person, or some sort of something that's in the dark, or place of unknown. Like this is unfamiliar territory for you, and so you're trying to like navigate that, right? What's shifting is this supposed solution that you have found is going to cause this tower, is going to cause a shift, right? It's coming from you, the shift. I think you're the one that's going to bring this thought or idea to this person. Okay. So what about your person's energy? What is shifting for your person? Wow. Pile 2 got that same card, same spot. Crazy. So we have Dragonling Garden, A New World is Born, number 45. This is about, I mean, it's kind of like, it's the same thing as Pile 2. This is about your person going on this kind of journey of a new world. And we talked about this here, the Page of Pentacles in the world. I think that your person's shifting into this new idea that you have. This is the number 45, so 4 is the stability and 5 is the change. So your person's trying to stabilize this change or this loss even. For some of you, if this person decides against this connection, then they're having to, either way, kind of be birthed into a new world, a new understanding of how things are, or how things are going to be. And again, they're in this cave. So here, hermit energy, cave energy. I think this person's going to spend some time kind of grounding it, what it is that exactly that they want for sure. What about connecting energies? What's the shifting coming for this connection? We have the hedgehog, love. Positive uplifting and new friends. So, okay. I feel like you and this person will, this is the number 10 as well. I don't know if I said that. I mean, I just feel unfamiliar territory coming up on you. I think the two of you, in a way, are creating new environments for yourself. New experiences for yourself. Separately. It's like you're going your way and you have your kind of life that you're building here and in a positive way, and your person's doing that same thing, and that's how you're kind of closing out this cycle. And this is what's shifting here. The hedgehog love is a crazy thing to pop up for y'all for shifting energies, because hedgehogs can hurt you. And that's what I just got done talking about with this connection. Okay, what advice do you need here for pile 3? What advice do they need, Spirit? Well, that was pretty aggressive. You are not alone is something that's here. It popped up as well. Soul power. Okay. Always remember that your soul comes with a body, not a body that comes with a soul. Your soul is a true essence, and you have unlimited supply of soul power at your command whenever you need it. Interesting. I feel like that's how you feel about this person, though. Like there's an intensity or a soul, like empowering kind of feeling that you feel with them. Okay, you are not alone. We are here with you. We never left. Though all the sadness and loneliness, however, you cannot sense us near you or feel how much love we are sending you. We are your family, friends, and guides. You never walk alone. We walk right beside you. Remember I said you had somebody on your shoulder here? There's a sense here that this, you are not alone, for some of you is another kind of message that's coming out about that. There being something here that's not so great for you. But also just a reminder from Spirit, you know, that they're walking along with you here. That even though that you may have kind of been through this sadness or loneliness that you feel, and not wanting to be alone, which really is the whole point here. You may feel as if this person is one of the only people you've ever met that kind of really understands you. And that's one of the reasons you don't want to really let this go. You don't want to let this go because it's that connection that you feel like you're not going to find something like that. But you just may not be able to be with this person. Okay. So what about your person? What's their advice? trust. The compass right in the middle of their heart there. So love is at the bottom of the deck. This is what you're kind of learning here. Listen to this. Love. Love is the foundation of your existence. And you're just as worthy of receiving as you are of giving love and compassion. While love can be beautiful emotion, it is equally a form of energy that propels you through life. It's like continuing to have love for each other no matter what, and giving and receiving love to each other no matter what the two of you, what directions the two of you go. Your person has a lot of green energy. Green, 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 green. Lots of green energy. Green is the heart chakra. This person may be kind of in a place to where they're starting to understand or to learn more about unconditional love. And that might only resonate for some of you. And trust, this trust that's here, and trusting the new world, you know, trusting what's kind of transpiring for them here. And there's newness here, new friends, new world, all this stuff, trusting in that. While your logical mind is dictating a supposedly clear direction, your soul's inner guidance is urging you to follow an alternative path. The logical path may be one that you consider safe and more familiar, but you could be missing out on a boundless opportunities and so much more. Trust. This person, I feel like, is going to take this leap here with you. I'm going to be honest. I feel like that they are, and I feel like that's something that they feel like they are feeling to do. But for some of you, it's not. For some of you, this person feels like they need to move away from this and find something new and have a new kind of experiences. But this is kind of following an alternative path, you know. And whatever the safe way is, this person's doing the opposite of that. Whatever's familiar, this person's doing the opposite of that. Because they don't want to miss out. That's it. That's going to be their understanding, I feel like, of things as well. Postcard from Spirit. I have an overall postcard here. 4, 5, 3. Okay. Live your dreams. Uh-oh, y'all got a wonderful, dear wonderful you. Dear wonderful you. Oh, wow. Okay, here we go. Ready? Oh my gosh. Okay, here we go. This reading is killing me. Intimacy is scary sometimes. It means that you have to let someone else get to know the real you, not the perfect, flawless mask that you wear for others. No, it's time to reveal the cool one, the passionate one, the imperfect one that is totally you without artifacts or walls. Yes, you will be exposed and vulnerable for a time, but it will be so worth it. Wow. I mean, this is the only way that you will know true closeness with others, and you will also be close to Spirit and to us. There is an amazing freedom that comes when you let go and just be yourself with another or a group. Release from the invisible bindings that keep you from intimacy is truly empowering. So may you support you wholeheartedly in this choice. You will know yourself better, and we hope learn to love yourself as much as we do. Life is about who we are as with others. Share it. You will be so glad that you did. Loving you so, so much. Okay, seeing that this card came out with this reading, and this reading has made me very nervous. I know I've said that, but it has. And this is where I want to kind of bring out my own kind of personal kind of advice on this, so take how it resonates. But you really need to consider what your boundaries are and what you feel like your boundaries are. This is kind of a situation I feel like either you're going to want to kind of get into this or not. And don't do something if you feel like you cannot do something that is definitely not you. It's definitely not me. This is definitely, I have boundaries here, and this is going past that boundary, you know, whatever. Don't do that. Don't do it. Wait till you feel comfortable, right? Wait till you feel like you have your own inner truth and you're not doing something to please someone else. Just remember that, you know, moving forward. But some of you, if you've already kind of been thinking about this and you've already kind of been like, you know, I want to do something different, I mean, go for it. It's connection. Yep. Witness, don't identify. Be firmer. Well, that's for some of you there. Brilliant. So this person, expansion and sex. I mean, there it is. It's right there. It's right there. It is right there. So Spirit just brings it to the table like that. I mean, I don't even know what to say about this reading, guys, and that right there. Yeah. Just gonna let y'all take that. I don't even know what to say about it. We have LZ, VX, J, E, N. For some of you, this is also like somebody that's in a place to where they just kind of, they want to have intimacy here with you. You know, they want to kind of expand in that kind of way, but they don't in the connection, but they just don't want commitment. You know, they don't want to have to be fully committed to someone, or they still want their freedom. And that's kind of this overall thing that I'm kind of feeling or kind of got. So take it the way you want. Take it how it feels on you. Maybe an experience, I don't know. JCXE F B U. I just heard FU in my head, so that may be somebody's response. That may be somebody's response. So, you know, to each their own. Like I said, y'all have no judgment here from me. I'm not here to judge. So we have the heart, BAEV, brave. We don't have an R, but we have brave here, and it's so close. Q, Y, U, G, and I. We have 8 and 5. 5 is change, and 8 is moving forward or taking action, making progress, mastering something. This is a mix reading, just so you're aware. Some of you are going to dive into this. You've already been kind of contemplating or thinking about it, and some of you aren't. Some of you want to ask this person in this way. Some of you don't. This is just different for everybody. It's just everybody. When you get a reading and when you hear a reading, you could hear one right now, this reading, and it could resonate with you. And 5 years from now, you could hear it and it could resonate with you in a totally different way. It depends on you and your situation. So take everything how it resonates, leave the rest. Don't let anything kind of stick with you or carry with you in any kind of way. If it brings in fear, anxieties, anything like that, the message was not meant for you. It's a general reading. I do these personal readings if you want one. It's in the description box. But yeah, so just remember that. I want y'all to just kind of remember that. Okay, so 8 and 5 are also 13, and 13 is death and tarot, Scorpio energy. So it's like, that's that desire coming back into play. Scorpio is I desire, so there you go. Coming back around, all the way back around, didn't it? So I hope you enjoyed this reading. I know it was a super long one, but I hope you enjoyed it, guys. I hope it resonates. Y'all let me know. This one made me nervous, this reading. So let me know what you think. And yeah, thanks guys for being here. Thanks for your love. Thanks for your support, all your kindness, guys. And I hope to see you soon.